Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Bahamas. Good evening, Coalition of Independence. We are back here at the Empowerment Center having a live. If you're in the neighborhood, if you want to be a part of this, come on down. We welcome you. We welcome you to listen to our leader who is educational, not just teaching or trying to get or pander to things that are happening in our country, but talking about real things because we are real people needing real change in the country. I don't know about you, but I am ready for change. Are you ready for change? Yes, our studio audience is ready for change, and I know you are ready for change in the Bahamaland. My name is S. Aisha Claire, and I am the ratified candidate for Garden Hills. Garden Hills, we are rising. You should know that by now. We are rising. We are in the community, and we are listening to your situations, not just in Garden Hills, but we are in every community. Look out for the black shirts. We are going to have a blackout soon, like the old people used to say, soon, directly. We're going to have a blackout in every constituency because we want you to know that change ain't coming. Change is here, yes. So we're here with our leader who would have just gotten back from Grand Bahama. And if you watched the live, you would have heard the educational moment that they would have had. They had question and answer periods where he would have talked to the people and the constituents who had concerns about what is happening and what will happen under a COI government. What I must say about our leader is, I need to learn how to do it, but I'm learning as I go. He does not use a script. He does not use an iPad. He does not come with notes. He comes with information that I believe God has given him. He comes with a download set of information that people gravitate to. It's almost like a magnet. When you hear it, you can't get enough. You just want to hear more and more and more. And as I was reading the comments, I read the comments sometimes, not often, because, some people get a little cheeky in the comments. But as I read the comments, someone said that, it was inspiring and very inspirational to listen to someone of great wisdom, a genius of sorts, right? Because he is talking not only what we need, but he is talking about the vision of the Bahamas, the vision about the new Bahamas. Come and go with me. Come and go with the COI to the new Bahamas. Welcome to the new Bahamas. So we're going to talk a little bit about the passports. If you remember, our National Chairman, Miss Charlotte Green, would have talked about the passports and documents of the Bahamas being given out like candy. If you remember also, you would understand that she was called in for questioning as to why she would say such a thing, because she didn't have, as they said, allegedly, she didn't have facts, or she didn't have, what is the word I'm looking for? She didn't have anyway, you guys know what I'm looking for. She didn't have the information or anything to factually say that that was true. So they called her in. But how about the leader of the opposition in Parliament? I think about a week ago, Wednesday, or almost a week ago, talked about the same thing. I didn't see anyone calling him for questioning as to why he would have made such an assertion about passports being given out or fraud in the passport area. I don't know, Bahamians, are you concerned? Because I am very concerned about the sovereignty of our nation, the sovereignty of our documents, our passports, our driver's license, our NIB cards, all of these things. And most of all, as we go into an election time, our voter's card. What are we doing in this nation? Are we giving it out like candy, like our chairman would have said? I believe we're giving it out like more than candy. We have ice cream, we have cake, popcorn. Anything you have it, come on down, because if you are able to produce, I guess, certain amount of money, you can get whatever you need. But we're not a tuck shop in the Bahamas. And I want you to know out there that we are taking our country back now. We're not doing this for fame, because, listen, if you are out there walking in the hot sun, you can tell it's not for fame. It's about God and it's about country. When you go out there on the streets and you're talking to people half an hour, sometimes people want to talk for 15 minutes. People are talking because they need to vent. And you have to listen because you want to hear the concerns, but you want to give them a solution to their problems. We're not the problems. We're not going to just highlight the problems. We're going to highlight solutions to the problems in the Bahamas, because there are a plethora of problems that we need to address. However, I believe that the Coalition of Independence independence is the solution to the problems that we have in the Bahamas. Our Mr. Lincoln Bain has been around the islands talking about the new Bahamas, from Andros to Inagua, from Cat Island to Maguana. We talk to you about the new Bahamas. Right now, it's not about representation. About, oh, my MP did a good job. It's about the Bahamas, because they can only go as far as their leader allows them to go. If I don't know if you realize that. You can have a wonderful MP, you can have an amazing MP, but his rope is going to be cut short, because if they don't have vision, if they don't know about the new Bahamas, or if they are benefiting from keeping their feet on our necks, what are they going to allow the people to do? But in the new Bahamas, we have rules, we have regulations, and we have accountability. And every MP under the Coalition of Independence will be accountable. Just as you were hired, you will get fired if you're not doing your job. And we're not going to wait 5 years to fire you. We're going to fire you right away. And we're going to make the Freedom of Information Act visible so that everyone can see, and we can know why you got fired. It ain't gonna be no secret. We're not gonna pander after you and cover up the sin, and even though the Bible says that, but in this country, we need to expose some things. And we're gonna make examples out of people who don't know what they should or they have been elected to do. My mic is out, but I'm gonna talk anyway. So we're gonna talk about passports, fraudulent passports, we're gonna talk about immigration. We have a whole lot of things to talk about. If you're out there and you're listening to us and you have questions, please feel free to write them down in the comments, and we will get to you. I'm sure what is it? We will have an opening for you to call in, and Mr. Bain is going to talk to you. But without further ado, I'm going to welcome Mr. Lincoln Michael Bain to the stand. I'm going to welcome him to his seat, and we're going to talk, and we're going to have a conversation about a lot of stuff. So I want you to listen, stay tuned, because listen, it's going to be exciting. It's going to be provocative. It's going to be a great session. Welcome, Mr. Bain. We're happy to have you.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it. You always do a wonderful, wonderful job. We are in the thick of it. I haven't had sleep, I think, for a couple of days now. We've been going and going and going.
You look good. You had a little powder going.
Thank you. Don't lust. I want you to go to heaven with me. I want you to go to heaven. Yeah, so we had a flight to catch, first flight this morning. And, of course, we are here, and we continue to keep operating. Interesting intro that you had. So I'm glad to have this conversation today. This is going to be an interesting conversation. Very interesting conversation. We got to talk about some stuff. We got to talk about our passports. We're going to talk about our immigration. And then we got to talk about mini-me. Yeah, mini-me. Lil Lincoln is at it again. They literally had a FNM launch. It was kind of an indoor rally. And it was interesting, to say the least. It sounded like he was just trying to be me, and that was very interesting. It doesn't seem like the FNM has anything to offer the Bahamian people, and so we're going to talk about that a little bit today, and we're going to talk about some of their policies. Okay. All right, we got to talk about some of their policies. It's very interesting. What I did was I jot down all of the things they were offering the Bahamian people. I was honestly and seriously looking to hear something good for the future of this Bahamas. I was honestly doing that. Because I was like, if they come with some good ideas, at least the Bahamian people are going to benefit, and if they win, if we win, and they had some good ideas, then the Bahamian people will benefit. Right. I did the same thing while I was watching the PLP, because I want Bahamians to benefit, But after watching the PLP's launch, I was disappointed. I heard nothing forward-thinking for the country. Nothing. Not one thing. Just some little patches that they're going to do. We'll do this differently, that differently, but nothing to move this country forward, man.
Right.
And so I listened to the FNM because they saying, they're a new breed, they're a new crew. their leader is a senior citizen. And I don't mean that in any bad way, but I just want to remind people because they're trying to make it look like you need to go from brave to the new generation. But he's as a leader, he's not the new generation.
Could I ask a question, though? I'm sorry, I know you're going, but it was burning in me, and I needed to ask the question. As I was walking around canvassing, there was a question that was brought to me as it pertains to my marital status, right? And I was kind of concerned about that because I'm like, what does my marital status have to do with me fighting for a nation that needs change? And then I realized that even with the campaign launch yesterday, they would have talked about the leader being married and all of that wonderful stuff. And that's great. That's great. Those who are married, wonderful. But my question to you is it necessary? Is it needed to run a nation? Do you have to be married? Do you have to have that kind of status against your name?
It would be nice because people want to know that you have family values.
Okay.
But outside of that, I mean, Paul even made a statement. Paul said that, even with the army, they prefer for you to not be married because, then you'll be focusing on home and not the mission that's ahead of you. And sometimes, if you're married and you have to do the things and you see the sacrifice that we have to do, everyone can't understand that. It's hard to even date in that situation because people can't understand the kind of things that you have to do. And it's hard for them to understand it. So that's why Paul made that statement. So it's not a necessity. Even as a leader, Moses had sent his wife back home. So he was technically divorced. He got another woman later. Nelson Mandela, you remember him and Winnie divorced before.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, so it isn't even a big issue. It's something that people create as a criteria that they create of themselves. But I think some of the best leaders in the country right now are not married.
That's something.
I mean. Wow. The best leader in the Caribbean definitely is Mia Motley.
Yes.
She's not married. Yes. And there are other persons around the world who are in that same situation. I won't call all their names, but it's your ability, your passion, your drive, and what you're willing to do. Because there are many married people who have destroyed this country. I don't think that's a criteria. Yeah. They've destroyed this country. And I don't think we should create false criteria. We need to know that someone has a love for this country and a vision for this country and ready to take it to the next level. In constituencies, I think that the person's criteria needs to be that they have a love for the constituency, a vision for the constituency, and their party is ready to take this country and the constituency in the right direction. And I say that because a person could be a good candidate all day, but if their party is not does not have a vision for the country, it doesn't matter how good that candidate is. They're going to get in and fail like you've always been seeing. It's about what the party wants to do.
It's true.
And that's the most important thing. And so, an interesting question. But I want to say this. I listened, and I actually jot down every single point that they said. Because I was actually curious. And I started to jot down. I was like, oh, this sounds familiar. Oh, that sounds familiar. Hey, they're going shopping in our vision. Wow. Like they're watching our live and going shopping and now trying to regurgitate it as something from them. But I don't mind that, right? But at least I want the political parties and the leaders to have a vision for this country, an original vision. Because if you're copying someone else, you won't know how to execute it.
That's true.
And that's what we've been seeing as they were copying us. Even with the carbon credits, $156 billion, they started to mess with it. But first it was to give it to FDX. That failed because they didn't know how to execute it. You don't just give it to a company. And then next, they started to form a company so they could take it for themselves, apparently. And that isn't working out. And so 5 years later, we still don't have our carbon credits. But if people had voted for the COI, all of us would have been benefiting right now.
That's, oh my goodness.
Because
I believe that.
We know what to do.
Yes.
So we'll get to that. I wanted to, before I get to those stuff, there was a video of the person you're running against. I don't remember his name. It's Slick Rick.
It eludes me.
Yeah, Slick Rick.
Yeah,
yeah,
that
Slick
person.
Rick.
Okay.
Yeah, Tricky Ricky. Yeah, Tricky Ricky. And so there was a video of Tricky Ricky, and he put on his acting shoes.
Oh, is this the one where he was crying? Or
Yeah, he put on his
allegedly?
acting shoes, and
Okay.
he had all the vein coming out his eye. And yeah,
Goodness.
he was putting on his best Denzel Washington, his best Will Smith. Remember when Will Smith did In Pursuit of Happiness, and he was in the bathroom with the little boy,
Right, yeah,
and,
yeah, yeah.
and he was doing the door.
Very
and he was
emotional part.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so Rick turned into that. All right, I wish he had
Oh,
done that
boy.
when he was actually an actor.
That
That would have made his movies
got him
better.
a Grammy or something.
But he decided to do that. And I want to play this video for the Bahamian people.
Please.
Because we have a duty. We educate the Bahamian people.
Yes.
This isn't just about politics. We have to let them know about the tricks of these politicians, because they're going to keep coming with these same tricks over and over. All right? So y'all hanging with us today. Class is going to be in session today. And I want you to watch this video of Rick Fox pretending to care about the gratuity of police officers.
Really?
I just happened to be one of those police officers. I didn't get from that he cares about me. Let's play the video.
Here's what happened tonight. I was out canvassing and I spent 30 minutes with a senior citizen, a retired police officer of 25 years, who then went on to work an additional 10 years, risking her life for our country and for us as citizens. I sat in her home as she told me of the many other officers and families that are also waiting on a gratuity. I just want to say to her and to those other officers and families that are impacted and affected by this, that I am so sorry. I am so sorry. This is how we treat our public servants. And this is how we fail to honor our senior citizens in our country.
Did you see the red eyes?
I saw
Look
the
at
red eyes.
The red eyes. You know,
The
and-
tune was just,
Yeah, and he's doing the thing with between his eyebrows. You see the wrinkles in between there?
How many
He's-
takes do you think he took?
But I think that took a lot of takes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. He isn't even looking at the camera. He can't even look us straight in the eyes.
No.
Yeah, he can't
Poor thing.
even look straight in the camera. But that was entertaining. I just want to say that, and I'm not attacking him
No,
in
not
any
at all.
way,
Absolutely
because
not.
I understand what he's doing. He's trying to benefit himself. And so I don't have a problem with someone who wants to benefit themselves, but don't try to trick us. He's with the FNM now because they're talking about his housing thing, and he has this failed company, I believe, called, what did you call it? I forgot what you call the company.
That's how relevant it is.
Yeah. And so where they're doing this carbon credits material or whatever. And so now he wants to get in there all of a sudden. All these years we haven't seen him, but now all of a sudden, we've been fighting this battle for gratuity for police officers for so many years.
It's true.
All he's doing is showing how unattached he is to this community. He's reminding us that he's lost and he's not a part of us. Maria Daxon has been fighting for these issues for overtime for police officers and for the gratuity and all of these stuff. And so this is something that we have been advocating for, and he's showing us how lost he is and how much he does not belong here.
There. You said something. Because honestly, I didn't hear a solution. I heard a problem, but I didn't hear the solution to the problem. What does the FNM or the banner that you're what are they saying for these people who are left destitute or whatever situation they're in? He didn't say anything. We know of the problems. You have been fighting for problems in this country, but you also bring the solutions. I want to hear solutions. I think the people are ready for solutions because we know what is going on in the country. So, Slick Rick, I didn't believe it.
But here's where the biggest problem is.
Okay.
That gratuity problem has been going on for decades. All right? They would not give the police what they've worked for. All right? I've not received my gratuity. Maria's not received hers. We got probably 5 or 6 candidates of our candidates who are ex-police officers. None of us have received our gratuity. But over the years, they plucked persons that they gave gratuity to. all right? Just plucked persons who were, in government favor or did a favor for them at their choice. But if he really understood what's going on in this country, Rick Fox would know that his FNM government is who started that.
Well,
His FNM government is a strong part of all of this because they didn't do it either.
wow.
And it started under Ingram.
Wow.
All right? It's a serious issue that we have not had solved. And so the FNM and the PLP have been doing this. So how do you, if you see this as a problem, how do you join the party that is the problem? And that's what a lot of people see in what he is doing. He's pretending to be genuine, but the things that he spoke about before he announced he was going to go with the FNM, and I told everyone that's what the plot was. This was Remarch 2.0. The things he was espousing for, the FNM is the one who's against everything that he has said.
I have a question, okay?
Yeah.
I would have seen both him and another candidate from the FNM organization party hosting a basketball. I think it was a tournament or something like that. And it's the first time, I think, ever that we would have seen Mr. Fox out there doing anything with young people, anything. Is it a photo op? I really want to know if it's a photo op or it's just something that, because if you wanted to do it, you wouldn't have waited all of this time. All of this time you waited, and then it was along with somebody else. It wasn't your initiative. And then the other day, I think he raffled off a vehicle for the people in the community. People are not the same as they were before. They're not expecting just things, you know how they say it, things. No, people want to see change. And a vehicle raffling, yes, it's good. But that's one house. That's one house you have touched. What about all of the people in the country who are hurting?
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's just a photo op or what it is, but we need genuine people with integrity in these places and in these high places in our country. I don't know what you think about that, Mr. Bain.
Yeah, I just think that these people who are just showing up now and doing a bunch of stuff that they're not genuine because they're only doing it because they want to be elected.
Yeah.
And as simple as that. And I think that Bahamians need to see through that because once they get in, you're going to see the real person
That part.
behind the mask.
There you go.
All right? And so, all right, I don't want to spend too much time on him. I just thought I would mention that, seeing that you were sitting here with me.
Thank
and
you.
You're going to be the one who's going to defeat him at the polls.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, sir.
I want to segue here into a clip I saw from the leader of the opposition. I have to do this because immigration is a serious, serious problem in this country.
Absolutely. Yes,
This is not something to play politics with.
It's true. It's true.
And I have to remind the Bahamian public that the immigration problem started with the FNM and the oligarchs who brought these people in to benefit, to get cheap labor.
Are you serious?
Yes, I'm dead serious.
Wow.
All right?
Wow.
Starting on the orange farms in Abaco. All right? But immigration is serious. And I want you to understand that the passport issue, the illegal visa issues, did not start under this administration. We have had visa scandals and passport scandals under both administrations.
Wow.
In fact, in 2010, I think if you Google it, you will see it. I went to AI and asked him about visa and passport scandals, and the first one that came up was one that I uncovered in 2010 under the FNM.
No, say it ain't so. It's so.
It's so.
Wow.
And so Brent Simonet was in charge, and there was a passport scandal that I uncovered, and even the Department of State did research on that. And the person ended up going to jail because I exposed it, but that's when I was on the radio, and we went and did a sting operation, all right? And the fella, of course, was arrested. And that was under the FNM. There were other scandals in 2018, 19, but starting from 16, but really getting strong in 17 through 20, there was passport scandal that was exposed in the United States of America. All right? There was visa scandals where persons were getting work permits, et cetera, to help them to get U.S. visas. And so the U.S. investigated it, and that's on the minister, Pintard them,
Wow.
and the U.S. investigated it, and they arrested the persons, and the persons were charged and convicted. All right, and it exposed corruption here in the Bahamas. All right, and a lot of names were called. They said how much money, if you read the case, they said how much money was given and all that kind of stuff. That was under the watch, again, of Brent Simonet.
Wow.
And Marvin Dames was the Minister of National Security.
You mean Marvin Dames who has...
Marvin, 200 kilos boat, Marvin.
That one, okay.
Yeah, that boat.
Okay.
Yeah, that Marvin, who owns that boat? And so it was on his watch, and he said that he would investigate, but guess what? We heard nothing back from any investigation.
Crickets.
All right? And so I want people to understand that it's not going to get better under the FNM. Don't fool yourselves.
Question, before you jump into what you're going to jump into, because I know you got a lot to talk about, but I realize that they're trying to separate themselves from the other leaders. They're trying to say this is a new FNM, and that's what they're trying to convey to the people. But I don't want you to be bamboozled. I don't want you to be swung. This is the same FNM that was from the beginning, as it is the same PLP. You may change your colors. I mean, the FNM has incorporated the red and the blue. They love blue. I mean, the coalition, we use the colors of the flag, but I realize that they're using all of our colors as well. But this is the same FNM. This is the same PLP. Even though they have changed the leader, it doesn't mean that their foundation and the things that they believe has changed. It's the same people. It's the same people making the decisions.
The Queen of England died. We have a new King of England. Has England changed?
Absolutely not.
What really the FNM and PLP changed is not the head. They changed the mask. That's it. It's the same body.
That's good. That's good.
And so we keep experiencing that over and repeatedly, falling for it and getting tricked. The leader of the opposition does not run the FNM. Minnis did not run the FNM.
Oh.
Perry Christie did not run the PLP.
Wow.
All right? There are persons behind the scenes, the financial backers who run things. All right? And that's what Bahamians have to understand. That's why we see no matter who's in power, they keep going in the same direction. It's because the same people run and they just put a face out there.
Right.
And that's it. And so that face has to do what they're told.
Wow.
So they try to find everything to say to convince the people to vote for them, and then they continue with the same old plan. All right? And that's where the problem comes in.
Okay.
All right? So I want to start with this video that we're here talking about. Because it really makes me angry when I see how they're playing with our sovereignty and playing with the lives and the future of our children. That really bothers me.
You mean like how the Aragonite is spending money?
Yeah.
Shopping money?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I want to play this video by Michael Pintard. Of course, we just cropped it from Eyewitness News. So we wanted you to hear what he had to say about his big plan for immigration. Because each of them came up and they talked about the plans, all right? And we're going to list off those plans that they gave and see if that's the way forward for the country. But Michael Pintard, I'll start with this. Michael Pintard gave a plan for the nation, for immigration. My Lord. Let's hear what his big solution for immigration is. Y'all, let's play the video.
Have talked about where we stand on immigration. I only wish to say this much. This much. No one who comes into the Bahamas illegally can ever have a pathway of becoming a Bahamian citizen. We will be firm, but we will be humane. There are some persons who are entitled to Bahamian citizenship who've been here for 30 years, and the system has been slow in dealing with the matter. But there have been many who have come in the last 5 years and they got straight because of who they know. It is not right. It is not fair. We will fix the broken system and we will remove those that have corrupted it. The Prime Minister thinks that our national identity being used is an isolated case. It took less than a week to prove that he was dead wrong. That far too many people have passports they shouldn't have, NIB cards they should not have, obtained birth certificates from the registrar that they shouldn't have. The FNM will fix that. My colleagues have talked.
Everyone say hello to Luby Georges. He is watching. Luby Georges, welcome to the show.
It's great to have you.
Yeah, so I think you want to tune in for this one because your ears could be ringing. But someone here, before I comment on what Pintard says, someone else says, Pintard again, are you really trying to get this government out of office? I am not trying to get this government out of office and put them right back with a different mask on. Let me make this clear to you. The FNM and the PLP are one.
One and the same.
And as soon as the Bahamian people find that out and wake up and realize that, then we can fix this country. Swinging back and forth between these law partners is not going to help us. Hubert Alexander Ingram is running the FNM right now.
You better believe it.
And running it in the ground. Mm-hmm. We keep saying, Ingram got to go. Let's get Perry. Then you get Perry. Oh, my God, how we fool with this man. Perry got to go. Swing hard back to Ingram. Oh, Lord, Ingram, worse this time. He's a one-man band. He don't care. Oh, we got to get rid of it. Then you swing back to Perry. Then you say, oh, God, how we do this again? Oh, this man even more corrupt this time. Then we say they're going to jail. Where the VAT money gone? We say everything. And then we swing hard to Menace. And then we say, well, I thought this was an educated doctor. Why he sound so dumb? Why is he doing these things? Oh, my God, how could it get any worse? We got to get rid of him. Let's go to Brave. Jesus, Lord. And then we swing to Brave. FNM, the PLP, has not benefited this country. The PLP is horrible. They do not need to continue in governance. But I cannot let you fall for the trick that you've been doing. And that's swinging from the PLP to the FNM. Because doing that is what is hurting this country. And so I have to remind the people that removing this government and putting the FNM there has never helped us.
Never.
Removing the FNM and putting the PLP there has never helped us. And it is my duty, because we have, they can walk past, let them walk past. This is a live studio audience. Mm-hmm. Y'all walk past. It is my duty to remind the Bahamian people that we got two enemies and not one. Yes. I am not interested in removing the PLP, who is a pit bull, and replacing them with the FNM, who's a Doberman Pinscher.
Oh, my goodness.
The two of them biting us up. And when one bite us, we start crying and say, oh, let me go back to the next one. Then he bite us up, then we cry and say, oh, let's go back to the next one. And he bite us up. How crazy can we be?
You said something one time, Mr. Leader. You said something that Mr. Ingram would have said in Parliament. He said something like, if it's not him, then give it to Perry. What does that mean? They're not enemies, you know. They make you and I enemies. They're much friends. Listen, they're very much friends, okay? That's not grammatically correct. However, they're friends, all right? And I want you to know that both of them are one and the same. It's one and the same. If you don't give it to the PLP, then the FNM have it, then they can still get their stuff done.
Yeah. So let me put this, let me go now to Pintard and what he had to say, okay. All right? Because only us have been fighting the PLP all this time. Only us. Mm-hmm. The FNM wasn't there. We have exposed all of the corruption with the PLP. All right? But it's just that the people who want to corrupt the FNM back in don't want us talking about them. But we could talk about all two of them. Because we got two enemies, not one. Two people hurting this country, not one.
Absolutely, yes.
The two of them. All right? And so Everyone could see what the PLP is doing, so I don't want you falling for the tricks. I don't want you falling. There's a snake in the grass that you're walking towards. My job is to tell you, hey, don't fall for that. That snake is right there in the grass. You running from that snake you could see and running towards that snake in the grass. And so the FNM is trying to pretend like they're good for this country. And I don't want my people to fall for that again. I have a duty to do what I'm doing right now. Yes, so that we could become government and take this over. Because if the trend is that you swing back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. If you here, I need to talk about here. I need to stop you from swinging back over here. Because you know you want to move from here. Everybody know we want to move from here. But the solution is not to swing back over here. All right? So I want you to notice carefully what Pintard just did. He avoided dealing with the immigration issue. He said, if you come here illegally, there will be no pathway to citizenship for you.
That's what he said.
You got to watch him. He's a wordsmith. But he said nothing about locking up the illegal immigrants, gathering them up and deporting them out of our country. He said nothing about how he's going to stop the illegal immigrants from coming in this country. So there's no pathway to citizenship, but I guess there's a pathway for what? Work permit?
Yeah.
Permanent residency?
Permanent residency.
Anything else? All he said was no pathway to citizenship. I want you to listen to them carefully.
Yeah.
He is intentionally not going at them hard because of who he's connected to and whose bidding he is going to have to do if the Lord curses this country and allows him to take over.
Wow.
All right? And so that's what, and I'll get to that a little later. That's where Louis Georges will enjoy that part of it. All right? But they are not talking about actually addressing the legal immigration issue. That whole man stand up and say, no pathway to citizenship. So, that's obvious. Okay, Captain Obvious. But what you could do about it? No pathway to citizenship.
Right.
That ain't even the conversation.
No.
Obviously, if you come here illegal, you can't get citizenship.
That part.
Obviously. So what you're saying is that they can get work permit. They can get permanent residency. But somehow, in your imagination, you could stop them from getting citizenship. If they get any of those first two things, it will entitle them under the system now to get the citizenship. So don't let Pintard them fool you. Because they were selling passports like candy too. Now this crew step it up, but they was doing it too. And so if you let the next crew come back, they can step it up even more. Because they in this together. Don't let them fool you. Wow. And so they gave some, they let us hear from Ellsworth Johnson, who they say was a minister of immigration, because I guess they're trying to show their credentials. And they let us hear from Ellsworth Johnson. And Ellsworth Johnson was the minister of immigration. A failed one of the worst. Let me make this clear to you. Ellsworth Johnson lived on Cowpen Road, opposite a shanty town that built up right in his face. He was the minister of immigration that he did nothing about. The shanty town and the flea market.
What?
Do you know what to go there and expose that while he was minister of immigration?
You did. I remember that.
Us. We had to go there and show this flea market opposite Ellsworth Johnson house. Literally right across the road. On his brother property.
Okay.
And you was the minister of immigration? And the FNM trying to trick the Bahamian people like they gonna be better? You know Shanty down across the road from Brave House? Brave horrible. They need to go. You know Shanty down across the road from Alfred Sayers' house? And Alfred Sayers is a Haitian. You know, no Shanty down across the road from his house. Shantytown was across the road from Elwood Johnson's house.
Wow.
The reason I'm saying this to you is not to divert the attention from the PLP. All of us know the PLP got to go on this immigration thing.
Yes.
But I can't let my people be duped by someone who come in to swing them because of this crisis.
Yeah.
The FNM will do no better. Let's hear the plans the former immigration minister gave to the people. Let's hear him. That's the one where you saw the woman. The Heather, where you saw Heather Hunt.
Okay.
No, the one with Heather Hunt. There's a woman. She has no hair.
It's fashion.
But things have gotten out of control. And this government is choosing to look the other way. And the full weight of that neglect becomes even more clear when you hear from someone who actually held the immigration portfolio, Ellsworth Johnson.
FNMs! FNMs! It's war time! War time! Yamagro!
Yeah.
Everybody shake and twerk and y'all get hyped. Show a lot of energy.
I served as the Minister for Immigration of this country. I know what a functioning immigration policy looks like.
He does?
I know what the tools are. I know where the gaps were. And
How
I
come you didn't know where the
how
shantytown
this
was?
government
Man.
could have solved them. They chose not to. What Heather Hunt described at our borders is the result of years of inadequate investment in the Royal Bahamas Defense Force,
Really?
in our Coast Guard capacity, in technology, and in personnel needed to monitor and manage a nation of islands. These are no surprise. They are predictable consequences of a government that treats immigration as a political talking point rather than national security imperative. What Senator Barnett Ellis described with our voter rolls is even more alarming. When documentation is compromised, the consequences ripple in everything. I serve in that immigration department, and I
You
can
need new
tell
glasses.
Yeah, it's
you can't fix the system if you're not ready to make the difficult decisions. As part of Operation Shield,
The
we
two
will heighten
glass
surveillance
devices to his right
on
and
our
left,
waters,
that's a teleprompter. So he
establish
could
the
look like he's
immigration
natural.
reservist
And
body,
then there's one straight
and
ahead.
expand biometric tracking for deportations. We will enhance coastal monitoring.
Listen, nothing about locking these people up and deporting them. All right? Keep playing it.
In partnership with CARICOM and the United States Agency of Deportations, heightened surveillance, ready to make the
That's it?
shield.
Okay.
We will heighten surveillance on our waters, establish the immigration reservist body, and expand biometric tracking for deportations. We will enhance.
Okay, I'll read the rest of what he said. Yeah, put it back on us. Take it off them. Yeah, I don't like looking at too much red. He said they're going to heighten surveillance. They're going to use biometric tracking for deportation.
Yeah.
He's going to expand it, all right? Enhance coastal monitoring and rebuild the national infrastructure. That's the solution. Nothing about locking up these offenders, carrying them before the courts, putting them in jail, and then deporting them. Nothing about going into the communities, going into the highways and byways, going on these job sites, collecting these people and getting them out of our country. Nothing about how much ships you're going to buy, how you're going to buy them, and how you're going to monitor with radar and using ships and drones, etc., to protect our borders.
Which drones?
The Marvin Dames drones.
Okay.
He was in the FNM with Marvin. He knows where the drones are. And so, for those who think we focus on the FNM, I had a whole live with the PLP. We even went through all of their blueprint for change, line by line.
Yeah.
All right? Because we're not just here for politics. We have to educate the Bahamians because we keep falling for tricks, political tricks, and that's our duty. So we had some on the PLP, and so now we saw a lot of trickery last night, so we want to address it and educate our people.
Absolutely.
All right? And so between what you just heard and Pintard, do you hear any solution for immigration?
Absolutely not.
I want the Bahamas to beware. As bad as Brave is, Pintard will be worse on immigration because Brent Simonet has a certain control. Fred Smith controls Michael Pintard, pays him, he works for him, and if he is allowed to get in, everything Fred Smith was fighting for will come to pass.
Wow.
I want you to understand that Michael Pintard was paid by Fred Smith. He was on his payroll. He helped Fred Smith, Luby Georges, and others in their mission. They were all working together. Michael was dealing with the PR side of things. All right? And no one who did the things that they did should be running for leader of this country. If we were a real civilized country, we would have run him out of town long time.
Yes.
For even thinking that he should be being paid as the leader of the opposition when he participated in such treason.
Yes.
Just Google Fred Smith immigration and look at the articles that will come up with the things he said about this country, about how he fought any government from touching illegal immigrants, how they didn't even want us calling them illegals. Even Luby will say you can't call people illegals. I had to go into the law and show them that the law calls them illegals.
Okay.
These people fought, and Pintard fought with them. That Togi and Bobo thing, that was Pintard working for Fred Smith. I'm sure you got a Togi and Bobo video there. Yeah, play one of them first.
I would be prepared to stand with Save the Bays again. I would be prepared to uncover any dastard act that has been.
Hold on, he's going to stand with who again?
Any foreign investment.
He's going to stand with who? Save the Bays. Who saved the Bays? That's Fred and Luby them, eh? Play it again.
I would be prepared to stand with Save the Bays again. I would be prepared to uncover any dastard act that has been planned by any foreign investor or any member of the government again. Do I have any regrets? Yes, that I didn't frisk the two fellas in the room to make sure they didn't have any devices. Outside of that, I stand by my decision.
Oh, wow.
The only regret he had with being a part of a murder for hire plot was that he didn't frisk the fellas to see if they had recording device. And somehow the FNM still made him their leader. He stood in front of these fellas on behalf of Fred Smith. The fellas told him on recording how they had killed people for money.
Wow.
They're hitmen. And then how they were paid to kill some more people. And as a senator of this nation, as the chairman of the Free National Movement, He then offered them $500,000 each.
What?
And when he left there, he didn't go straight to the police, knowing that these killers just told him they were paid to kill some other people. So that the police could at least pick them up, check their phones, check their emails, see who they were in contact, see who they may be able to kill to try to save some lives. He said he didn't see where he had to do nothing like that. That shows you the character that is in charge of the FNM. I'm not saying this to attack him in any way. I'm saying that, can you imagine that running your nation?
Wow.
As a puppet of Fred Smith. Play the ZNS one so you could hear him saying that he actually worked for Calendars & Co., which is who? Fred Smith, and Save the Base. Play the ZNS one.
While there are a number of exciting plans for the Ministry of Agriculture and Marine Resources, the minister responsible, the Honorable Michael Pintard.
We can listen to this. Yeah, you could. No, we'll get back to that later. There's another one there. There's another one there. Let's see if you have it. Got another video there. Yeah, any with ZNS? There's one where he stepped down. Oh, you didn't get that one. Okay, sorry about that. There's a video there where Pintard had to step down, and in that video, we won't play it because we didn't set it in time. He's admitting that he worked for Fred Smith. All right? That's who buttered his bread. Fred Smith was the man who was fighting for the illegal immigrants, lying on this country. We still got the book. Pintard said he was in charge of their PR, so obviously it's probably him that did the book, eh?
Well,
I think Luby do this. I think Fred do it.
I think so neither.
If Pintard was in charge of their PR, then I guess Pintard did the book. This book is so demonic and dastardly, and I'm saying this because now the FNM is trying to make the public think that they are interested in immigration.
Yeah.
And I don't want the public to be tricked. However bad you think it is right now, it will be worse with immigration if you let the people who was using their resources and everything else to fight illegals being touched.
Wow.
They were fighting for illegal immigrants, you know. The shutty down situation, it said even if they're illegal, you can't touch them. Only because of the COI, we fought and fought and fought and held their feet to the fire under Minnis and under Brave Davis. We forced them to take it back to court. I don't want the Bahamian people for 1 second think this man care about no passports. Because when we was out there fighting for it, did you see him?
No.
In fact, Hiram Lewis stood with us when he was still a part of them. And guess what? They chastised Hiram Lewis for standing with us. Pintard chastised him.
It's true.
So don't think that all of a sudden he care about passports. Let's look through the book. Look through the book. Put the book up on the screen. This the same book I got in my hand. Let's flip through it a little bit. There's some highlights. Look at this. They are showing this Fred Smith and Luby and Pintard, them I guess, showing this man with a billy club in an army fatigue with lots and lots of stomach, beating this man with these shields that I've never seen in this country, and I was a police. That is not in the Bahamas.
And the hats and stuff. Like, we don't even have those.
And saying immigration and defense force do not have a right to beat you.
Oh. If you
Wow.
look at the license plates, they're not even ours.
Go to the next one. It is illegal for immigration to hunt you with vicious dogs. Our immigration didn't even have no dogs. That's not the Bahamas.
That's not the
The
Bahamas.
man, like a gun in his hand, the dog there attacking this person, and they're trying. This is what they went to the international community. I played one of the meetings.
Yes, you did.
This how they made the world feel about this. What Pintard them do, man. And people wearing red shirt, entertaining this fella with his tricks. I on bail for fighting for this.
That's right.
So I take this serious. I'm not playing with this. This is no game for me. We're not here to entertain you. We're here to make sure you don't get tricked. Brave them gotta go because what they did is treason. But do not fall for Pintard them tricks
Absolutely.
and care it, acting like they care all of a sudden. Play it, show another page. They showing these American police going in this house in America clearly and talking about the immigration don't have rights to break in your house, search your house. Next page. I can show you how wicked they are. See this here, they showing them. We don't have them kind of brick house in the Bahamas.
Listen.
Look at how much white immigration officers we have. How many? I don't even think we got this on the police force. These battering rams.
Nope.
All right. Next one. They showing the man all bloodied and tattered and torn, and say if you are not released in a reasonable time, immigration must take you before the court within 48 hours to be charged with an offense, or they must release you. But they showing the fella all bloody up, as if that's our immigration that did it. Go to the next page.
Really?
They showing a little girl
Come on, man. Come on.
who was in a car accident and making it seem like it was our immigration that did that to her.
Wow.
This is treason. This is treason.
Highest level. Highest level.
Luby is of Haitian descent. Fred Smith was born in Haiti. Pintard is of Haitian descent. Don't mind him talking with Laura Benson. She adopted him. Tell him bring his birth certificate. I'll bring mine. They have an interest in their people, in their lineage. And they fought together for this. Bahamas, don't be fooled. You all share this, please.
Yes.
Screen, record it, and share it. That's wrong. To do that to the reputation of our hard-working immigration officers trying to defend our borders. Trying to defend this country. And many of them are hurt and discouraged because they lock people up and then they get right back out. One time a woman went to immigration and said, man, these Haitians take over my house. I go on away, come back, the house full of Haitian, 25 in one room. The immigration say, listen, if you want justice, don't let us go there. Call Lincoln Bean. In fact, we call him for you.
Wow.
They called me, they couldn't get me, so they called Miss Green. They got her. And I said, listen, tell the woman, go get her papers for her property and then we could talk. Because you know I always deal with documentation.
There you go.
She go and get her papers, and I went to the house with her. That was famous. I think with over 200,000 people, 300,000 people watched that one. That's the one who called me Lincoln Brownie or something like that.
Yeah.
She was a hard, brave Davis supporter. She campaigned hard for him. She slept outside his house for 3 days because she couldn't go home. And we went there, and all them left. I want everyone in immigration to know that vote for the COI, I'm going to be the Minister of National Security and Immigration. That we will transform you into a force to rival any force in the world.
Yes.
You will have your own boats. You will have your own everything. And you will be a force to reckon with.
Yes.
Your own base. Bases. You'll have your own airplanes. Everything that you need. Vote for it. And then you will see the change. I will empower you. I will back you. I will be behind you. You will have your government supporting you. And we will clean this country up together.
That's vision.
And
That's
we're not
vision.
hiring no reserves, like how they talking about. We got hire more immigration officers. Simple. Hiring reserves for. You got immigration and defense force who could do the same job. And the police. Hire more immigration officers if you need more. About reserves. They won't hire slaves that they could just pay a couple dollars. No, we can hire more immigration officers. But this right here is wrong. And I kept it on the screen long so y'all could see all of them. These are the people who Pintard was working with. This is the people who will be in control if you vote FNM. This is what they've been fighting for. They realize they can't win this in the courts, so they now want to get the pen. If they get their puppet with the pen, they can do what they want. I don't want y'all to be fooled by the FNM. That's the same FNM that said they was going to repeal VAT and then increase it. The same ones who say, where the VAT money gone, then come back and say, yeah, in the consolidated fund, we always knew it was there. You can't trust nothing they say. As the same FNM has said, it's the people time, then they come back and say, next time for the people.
Next time.
Show the next one. Show another one. Look here, they showing the bloody woman. Look at that. That ain't the Bahamas.
Nope, not at all.
That's not the Bahamas. And they showing the woman with a bloody hand pointing at this. Come on, man.
Yeah.
This bordering any of y'all?
Yeah. Deception.
What bothering me is there are people willing to vote for the FNM.
Yes.
Now, I don't want no one voting for the PLP either. Don't mix me up.
No, not at all.
Put all us and see what they doing. Show another one. Jesus.
Come on.
Look. Look. Look how they try to make our immigration look. They bloody up this little girl. This who y'all want to vote for. They ain't gonna stop until Bahamians pick up guns and rise up. I don't want to see no more. We can leave that right there.
What did you think about the poll? They had a poll up.
Wait. Before we go on,
Uh-huh.
I want y'all see these two clips. Since Luby here, before we get to the poll, I want y'all
Okay.
see these two clips from Luby. I just want to remind y'all, this when the PLP got in. Show one of them clips from them screenshot from Luby. This is October 14, 2019, right? So the Bahamas is an underpopulated country.
That's a welcome to come.
In 2017, he's showing the
Yeah.
succession. 2017, he says, we are dealing with a country that is severely underpopulated. He's sending a message.
Wow.
Are they coming to take this over?
That's not even Moscow's code. That's just straight up come.
You see? That's 2017. That's 2019. Then he did it again in 21 under the PLP. Show the next clip by Luby. He says, who can be there? This is a translation, right? Who can be there? Let's be there. What you have to say, bring it. This year, we will start to have the community sit with them in big places. We are not in the bushes anymore. We are not in the church anymore. We are doing it in a big way, like the other places. In other words, their government in power, they taking over. See, the translation a little funny. They just trying to say that now we could talk. We could be loud. All right? What you have to say, bring it. You could talk. You see now all of a sudden you're walking in the mall, you could hear them.
You don't have to hide anymore.
The cars driving past, you could hear
loud.
them. You see he's saying, you all come out now. It's our time. I want you all to see this.
They're going to sit
this
in
plan Pintard and Brave got for y'all.
Big
Either
places.
way.
Big places.
Says this year we will start to have the community sit with them in big places. In other words, their community is going to be sitting in big places.
Oh my
Their
goodness.
people.
Wow.
Their people is going to be doing the big things and sitting in big places. All right? So we are not in the bush anymore. We're not hiding in the church no more. We are doing it in a big way.
Wow.
That's what they got planned for y'all, you know. This is a systematic thing
Come on.
that they did over time.
Yes.
Pintard was a part of this. I was going to let you out of his own mouth. All right? Just Google it for yourself.
Wow.
So I don't want you all being fooled by the FNM. Have you all think that all of a sudden they care about immigration. They do not. Pintard them was literally fighting it. And then the PLP get in, and then they take it to another level because the FNM and the PLP working together on this, y'all.
It's true.
The initial deal to allow these people to start flooding this country illegally, that was a deal between the PLP, Pinland, and Edison Key in Abaco to let them come work the farms. But then they started coming in the farms, and then they started coming all over Nassau. They started spreading. And Loftus Rogo was like, hold on now, hold on, wait. You're locked up. And Pinland called him and say, hey, leave them alone. So Loftus say, boy, don't send me to do a job, and then when I do my job, you stop me. I doing my job. Pinland called him back and say, listen, I said, stop it. Wow. Loftus come back and tell the public, 50 years from now, you're going to see.
It's true.
He said, I can stand down. But he should have fought. He should have been jailed. He should have let them fire him.
We're surely seeing it.
He should have fought for us. But the problem with our forefathers is they didn't know when to fight. This generation got to fight, or our children will suffer. So I wanted you to see that. They have no plans. This shield thing they're talking about, we went through the shield line by line. Nothing in there talking about how they can lock these people up and send them back home. Nothing. They're talking stupidness but hiding surveillance and all kind of nonsense. Come on, man. We need real solutions. Bahamas, if you want to address this illegal immigration issue before your children have to be the victims of this, before you have to be the victim of this, the only way to vote is for the COI. I want to go, I know we have other things to talk about. We can talk about the poll, we get there, all right? But I wanted to go through what they call their solutions, all right? Let me look at, I wanted to go through what they call their plans. And I want you to see that there is no hope in the PLP and FNM. Someone says on the chat we should talk about our plans. We always talk about our plans. We got Vision 2030, go read it. That wasn't easy to put together. That's real plans, all right? But we got to let people know about the tricks too. Because we could have all the plans we want, but if we let them keep coming in and tricking our people, we ain't gonna have nothing. All right? All of them were reading from a script.
Yeah, I saw that.
All of them. All this is planned. They just put something together. Their PR team from the US just put stuff together for them and say, you all just read. Some of them had to stop and start over. I see Denley Penn was like, oh, sorry, no, let me start over. And all of them are reading from a script and trying to pretend like they were talking from the heart. Pintard was reading and pretending like he was talking from the heart. Just reading from a script, from whatever their masters tell them to say. And you have a video of that? Then you have a video where they actually accidentally show the teleprompter.
I'd love to see it.
I want you all to see the teleprompter, man. Y'all. So the two glass things on the side, whenever you see that, that's a teleprompter. But watch this. See them there? But watch. So yeah, these two things on the side, you see the glass? That's teleprompter. So you can't see the words in it, but he could see the words in that. They set up on both sides, so when you're speaking this way, you could turn that way and turn two ways and look natural, like you talking to the crowd. Then they'll have a big screen, like a TV screen, in the back, all right? And that's what they can show. The first time the camera went on it, they quickly moved the camera, because you're never supposed to show the teleprompter, right? You're supposed to always feel like you're speaking from the heart. So play the video.
Is your rent lower? Prices
See, they showed it
in the
just now, but
grocery
they
store.
quickly took it off. Yeah, keep going. You'll see it. Yeah, see, it's in the corner, right there. See it right there? And they quickly took it off because you're not supposed. That's what he's reading from right there. All right, the black thing with the writing. Now play it.
Prices in the grocery store going down. Is the healthcare system
See, now
improving?
he's looking at the two screens on the side.
Is your country
There it is.
putting
You see
Bahamian?
it? Put in Bahamians first. You can read it right there. Is our country putting Bahamians first? And so everything, all of them were saying, it's just a script. They're just reading from a script. They don't believe in nothing that they're saying. They came there to put on a show. See the teleprompter? Right there. Now, normally, the professionals know you don't show the teleprompter. They messed up. All right? And so, I don't want you to think this man talking from the heart, or that he knows or believes in anything that he's saying. Whatever they write down, that's what he says. That's the reality. All right? So I just wanted you all to see that. And so now I'm going to go over each of them. And some of them, even in the beginning, they sounded like, all of them sounded like actors, like they were acting. And this is, again, not about bashing them. I have a duty.
Yes.
To teach the people the political tricks. I
Yes.
promised that from day one. And I'm not going to stop that because people feel I should stop talking with the FNM or the PLP. I have a duty to do. And so you could listen or don't listen. But my Bahamian people have to learn the tricks because that's how they keep getting us.
Yes.
So they talked about different issues, all right? They used the playbook from the Republicans' convention. So the same people who was advising the Republicans is advising them, all right? So telling you what I know. So they tried to do it in sections and say, okay, healthcare, let a couple people talk on that. Immigration, let a couple people talk on that. So that's how they were doing it. So I just took some notes so I don't have to keep showing you all these videos. This is the promise they made. So they had each speaker give about one promise. I think Orinthia gave 2. So they're giving you promises that they're going to do, some plan they have for you. They said, you're going to get 1 duty exemption per year for online purchases. 1 duty exemption a year for online purchases. That's the big thing they're going to do for the Bahamian people. All right? No word about this new company they formed so that when you fly in stuff in through air mail or air packages, you have to pay this new company that was set up by the PLP, and you're paying this new tax that was never there before.
Wow.
All right? No word about removing that. Well, let me make this straight. That's gone. We're removing that.
Yes, yes.
Because that's criminal. They said property tax release for qualifying senior citizens by raising the exemption ceiling. They hear us talking about property tax, Let me make this clear to the FNM again and to the Bahamian people. Bahamians should not have to pay property taxes for their homes. Businesses pay it because they're making money. But for our private homes, we should not have to pay that.
True.
But they are saying, and they're being very vague with some of this stuff, they're gonna do it by raising the exemption ceiling. All right? So the exemption, they're gonna raise that. So we don't know what they mean by that, but we'll see. They promised 10-year property tax exemption for apartments for low and middle class rentals. All right, that's a promise. They won't benefit from that because they won't build them. Don't fool yourself. That ain't about you. Because they ain't gonna do nothing so you could afford to build no apartments.
Right.
That's for them. Don't let them trick you all. All right? That's just like when the Aguilar got exemption for commercial washing machines, not washing machines, commercial washing machines. All right? They the ones who have the money to pay for these units that's going to be built. So they can benefit from that. So don't let them trick you. All right? VAT rebates for first-time home buyers. VAT rebates for first-time home buyers. Now let me make this clear to you. A rebate means you pay, and then you hope the government pay you back. The government don't pay nobody back. If anyone here have a business and you just pay VAT and you're supposed to get your VAT returns, you see how hard it is to get them? You see how long they owe you? Some people don't get it, ain't been getting it. That's a rebate, that's a trick. Why does it have to be a rebate? Why not just cancel the VAT on it?
Remove it.
It's a trick.
Yeah.
I don't want you all to get bamboozled by these tricky talks. I'm educating you so you know even in the future when I am not here, you know how the politics works.
Yes.
Pintard wrote the book on that. It's a very demonic book. Very evil book telling you how to do evil things to the Bahamian public. Healthcare. So the next thing was healthcare. They had Dr. Sands, Andre Rollins, and I guess the fella from Fox Hill and one other girl talking, right? Not girl, she's a woman. So they promised affordable. They promised to help the nurses, to invest in the nurses by giving them affordable housing. What that mean? Giving the nurse affordable housing, through affordable housing, professional development, all this already going on. Certifications, that's already going on. Mentoring, that's already going on. Investment in nurses' pay, what does that mean? What does investment in nurses' pay mean? They just saying stuff that sounds good, but you know what that means. They say, okay, we give you all additional $50 a year and we fulfill our promise.
Yeah, it's an investment.
They said technology allowances, whatever that means, housing support for nurses. I thought you already say affordable housing. Anyway, housing support for nurses on the Family Islands. They already do that. Okay. Next, they promise will expand the national health insurance to include catastrophic care. I don't want you all to think for 1 second that that is true. The FNM was adamantly opposed to NHI.
Wow.
They fought that tooth and nails. They had Corinthia Komalafe's African husband as their spokesman, and he tore that apart. He was working for Brent Simonet
I
and them.
remember that, yes.
He was working for Brent Simonet them. And they adamantly opposed this. They challenged it at every turn. I don't want you to believe that the FNM gets it and Brent Simonet gonna let that happen. Don't be no fools. They saying whatever you want to hear.
Yep.
And he says it's going to include cancer treatment. And then he says they're going to progress. After saying that, they said they're going to progress towards universal health care. What does that mean? I thought we was going to catastrophic care. which means you cover everything, including
Right.
cancer. So how now we can progress towards universal health care? What does that mean? Progress towards it. That means anything you do towards it.
It's towards it.
Even if you write a plan, that's towards
Yeah,
it.
that's towards it.
Don't be fooled by their tricky words.
The words, yes.
Then they said they're going to ensure that all Bahamians have access to dental health. That's what they had Dr. Rollins say. Well, why y'all ain't do it when y'all was in? Don't believe them.
That part.
Next they said we'll work with the dental health professionals to ensure that there are sufficient professionals throughout the country. What does that mean? You're just reading off the teleprompter.
Yeah.
They said they will pay what is owed. I don't know what that means either. Because they got some people who owed hazard pay and all kind of stuff, and
Yes.
we showed that, and they still ain't get paid. They said they will make sure the system works for you, whatever that means. Then they said they will ensure the Bahamas is able to train, recruit, and retain staff. How? What are you talking about? They will deliver on the renovation of the hospital, the present hospital, where it sits now. Let me tell you all something. They started renovating A&E in the beginning of their term. Never finished it.
Wow.
They said they got the money to build a multi-story hospital, and they said they already had the money. The money is there. Yet, they never did it. I don't want you all to be fooled by the FNM. They just lie just as much as the PLP. But they pretend to be the good guys. Minister said we have the money to build this multi-story thing. I never did it. Y'all remember?
Yep.
Don't let them fool you. They did get the money. The question is, where the money gone?
Yep. Where did it go?
The IDB still asking them where this money gone. But the FNM won't come back to thief more. And then they said they could renovate the RAN. But why you didn't do it when you was there? Under the FNM, we was outside on the patio for A&E in the rain.
That's true.
Rats running around.
That's
They
true.
lock up Maria
Yes.
for exposing it, for taking video of it. Lock her up, and we had to go there to that station and leave with her. For speaking the truth. That's the FNM. Don't let them fool you. The PLP must go. But the FNM and PLP are one.
They're the same. The same.
They said investment in our people. That was the next section. They said free preschool. Yes, they hear me saying that. All right? But Minister did start with one or two that he was subsidizing. All right? But we're going to have free education from preschool to PhD. It can be done.
Awesome. Yes.
That's in our plans from 2021. Go read it. They said they're going to modernize the curriculum. We don't know what that means. What modernize it? What that mean? You could be talking with AI. You could be talking with Star Trek. I don't know what does modernize the. Anyway, they said they're going to reinvest in teachers by offering greater support for housing on the family islands. That's how they can reinvest in teachers. They're ready to pay their rent on the family islands. Anyway, now they can pay more. I agree, but I don't believe them because they didn't do it. They said they can have a phased bus, school bus system, all right? Allowing uniformed students to ride buses for free. Ah, boy. Restore and upgrade school infrastructure of Abaco are destroyed in Dorian in 2019. Restore and upgrade school infrastructure of Abaco that was destroyed during Dorian. Y'all realize they was the government during and after Dorian, right?
I was wondering.
Y'all realize that they got all kind of donation of billions of lives.
Yes, they did.
Y'all realize the foreign investors, the second homeowners, wanted to rebuild them schools.
Yes.
Y'all realize the FNM was blocking them.
Yep.
Y'all realize if the FNM wanted to rebuild them schools, they would have done so.
Yep.
And they didn't do it. So, lies. 20 million per year to support, and that's the tricky one. Y'all pay attention now. They're gonna do, they say $100 million. They did Dawson Powers thing.
Okay.
You know, because he's mini-me, so he did Dawson Powers thing. We're gonna give $100 million to entrepreneurs.
Wow.
All right? But they did it in a tricky way. They started talking about entrepreneurs who, with the what they call the orange economy, right? But this $100 million is supposed to be for all entrepreneurs. But they tried to include the orange economy to make it sound they're doing something specifically for persons who do rake and scrape and junk and whatever. I don't know what that means. He said businesses focus on culture, all right? But this thing is really for all businesses. But that's $20 million a year to support entrepreneurs, right? But later, he explained it. This is tricky talk. This was Crazy Thompson. He made it sound like we giving $100 million. He said, by way of tax incentives. What the hell that mean? So if I do rake and scrape,
Yeah.
I have a rake and scrape business or whatever, cultural business, we don't know what that is specifically, I could get tax incentive. What is that? Duty free on my rake and my scrape? Like, what's the tax incentive? like no duty on goatskin drums. You will give $100 million in tax incentives and subsidies. I mean, and people was in there cheering, yeah.
Oh, yeah, man. Oh, yeah. They had a whole cheering squad in there.
They're going to refurbish the National Performing Arts Theater and then have events there. Why you ain't refurbish that? That's just a little renovation. Why you ain't refurbish that when Pintard was the minister responsible for youth, sports, and culture? But now you could do it? He couldn't even refurbish that to have one poetry night there.
Spoken word or something.
Something. He was there in charge of it.
In the position. Mm-hmm.
And did nothing for culture, nothing for youths, nothing for sports, nothing for agriculture. Now you can play that video you were starting to play and you stop. See, I want you to know this man was in charge. He had the budget, the money, to do whatever he wanted in his ministries. If he had shined in those ministries, we could say, okay, Pintard, we could give you a chance. Not one ministry he's responsible for. Producer, play that video.
While there are a number of exciting plans for the Ministry of Agriculture and Marine Resources, the minister responsible, the Honorable Michael Pintard, says right now the main focus of his ministry is to ensure that all departments are working in tandem with each other to reduce duplication of services. To ensure this, the ministry's senior team has been meeting with the boards responsible for the Bahamas Agricultural and Marine Science Institute and the Bahamas Agriculture and Industrial Corporation.
Pause that. So he was asked, basically, okay, you know, your degree is in agriculture, you know, you in charge of agriculture. How come nothing happening? What you doing? What's your plans, man? You had all these exciting plans, you know, and so what you doing? He said, well, right now we're focusing on avoiding duplication. Meaning he need communication between different ministries. So Ministry of National Security, Ministry of this, Ministry of that. Duplication. That's just a fancy way of saying, I ain't really got no plans. I ain't doing nothing. So I just want to say something that sound good. He's focused on avoiding, reducing, whatever, duplication. Y'all heard that?
Wow.
Y'all heard that? Y'all keep playing.
We have a common challenge, and the common challenge again is to, one, increase food security. 2, to substitute the many non-food related items that we are presently importing, that we have the ability as a country to produce. And so we are seeking to make sure that we do not work in silos. In addition, we have to work in tandem with other ministries. Naturally, we have to work with the Ministry of Tourism. We have 6 million visitors that come to this country. And the reality is, if we are producing the items that they consume, we will be reducing the economic leakage where millions of dollars are going out of the country on a regular basis, purchasing the very things that our tourists consume.
You remind me of Kamala Harris. Just word salads. Y'all, it's serious, you know. Because you got millionaires and billionaires, oligarchs in the FNM trying to put this puppet in place. All that he talked there, he accomplished none of that when it was his responsibility. Didn't even move in that direction. He did a video recently where he was sitting in the barbershop. They staged it. He said, okay, I'm going to sit in the barbershop. You pretend you're cutting my hair. Because remember, the fellow was cutting hair. The man had bald. Why you have a clipper up pretending to cut his hair? It's like everything is a show.
Yeah.
And so they asked him, name one good thing, one significant thing that you did while you were Minister of Agriculture. And he planned that. And the only thing he could come up with was that he got the cabinet to agree, because we can't confirm that. He got the cabinet to agree that 60 or 70, whatever percent, 70% of the food that is bought here should be local. That the hotels, etc., use should be local and not imported. That never happened. So the only thing that you could name was something that never happened.
Whoa.
That shows you did nothing. The PLP gots to go. Lord Jesus, Lord, please, y'all don't vote for the PLP. Because they lousy.
Yeah.
But I have a duty to make sure if y'all swing to these people again, don't come crying. Don't hold no protests. I don't want no teachers crying but they ain't getting paid if you vote for them. I don't want no civil servants crying. I don't want you crying when all the prices go up because the oligarchs own all the grocery stores and the wholesalers. I don't want you all crying when Brent Simonet take over Andres and destroy the water table. I don't want you crying when the Haitians come in and invading because Fred Smith have his way. I don't want you crying.
No, man, he was getting oil up, man. You talking about? He was getting oil down. Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
The oil
of the Bahamas
to
agree
rewind it.
that 40%
Put it
of
back.
all food items that are purchased.
Wow.
Thing you did as Minister of Agriculture.
I got the Cabinet of the Bahamas to agree that 40% of all food items that are purchased, whether it's by restaurants, by hotels, or food stores in the Bahamas, and eventually cruise ships, that 40% of those items would be purchased from a Bahamian producer. The second part of that agreement by Cabinet was that 70% of all food government purchases, 70% must be purchased from a Bahamian producer before the government is able to import any items to satisfy the group that they are purchasing the foods for. So that means Ministry of Health that pays for a lot of food, Ministry of National Security that pays for a lot of food, Ministry of Education, etc. That is a huge incentive for farmers to produce, knowing full well in advance.
He said it so seriously, so matter-of-factly. That is a huge... And they're acting.
Entertainment tonight.
Everything is an act.
Yes.
It's fake. The fella's pretending to cut. Who greases up someone's hair and then cut it? But I want you to listen to what he's saying too. Because the only thing he said he accomplished never happened. Man. Y'all, let's keep going. I just want you to see that this. I'm
Performance.
not worrying about his personal life,
No.
his habits, or whatever else. But in what he did, he should have at least been able to say, look at my track record right here. In fact, I was talking, while I was in Grand Mama, I was talking to a farmer, a pretty good farmer there. All right? And the farmer was an FNM for a long time. And he was on the board when this man when Pintard was in charge of agriculture. And I asked him, how was Pintard? Honestly, how was he? You were an FNM, right? How was he? He said he was the worst ever. He destroyed agriculture.
What?
He said he was the worst. He said
goodness.
he was the worst. That blew my mind. So why you say that, man? Don't just say negative things because you're talking to me and you know I'm a different party.
Right.
He said, no, I'm serious with that. He's like, he was the worst. He gave an example of there was a chicken farmer, I won't call that name, a chicken farmer in Grand Bahama. And what they used to do is they used to bring in the Tyson chickens, right? No, Tyson is high grade.
Yeah.
But that one comes with an expiry date. That ain't like the ones where they'll have in the trailer for 7 years and fix them up.
Yes.
Right? But that's Tyson. And so he said what he'll do is go there in the States 3 days before it expires, bring it to the Bahamas, and then pressure wash it to get all the old yucky stuff off it. I think he said put vinegar on it and something else, injected with something, and then sell it to Bahamians. All right? They also was selling to one of the hotels, I believe it was Atlantis. And he said that person lost their contract with that hotel, I think it was Atlantis, because of that skullduggery that they was doing. And so the person, because they lost their contracts, was doing bad. And so he said Pintard brought up that he wanted to get $5 million so this fella the same company could start selling chickens again. And so the fellow was like, no, we can't do that. Not after what this person did. He was like, why don't you go with a bunch of other small farmers and give them money so that you don't have all your eggs in one basket and you help a lot of the smaller farmers. Pintard, this is what he said. This is what the man said, Pintard said. He said, Pintard said, I ain't one of them small farmers. He say, I trying to get, a big hit so I could have something for my legacy because I won't be leader.
Man.
He say, no, I ain't one of them small farmers. That hurt me when he said that. He was actively trying to get money for this big boy in Grand Bahama. And he said he ain't want them smalls that. He want a big hit so he could look good. Next, accountability. I just want to go through this, all right? Can't let them trick our people. I can do the same thing for the PLP whenever they come. Accountability. They said they're gonna bring back, and I want you to be careful and listen to what they said. They're gonna bring back the 2017 Freedom of Information Act. That was the weak version. That was repealed. Because it couldn't work. It didn't make no sense.
Right.
Everything will get redacted. It made no sense. It wasn't even really a Freedom of Information Act. They literally go back and watch it again, if you could stomach it, and listen to that part where they talk about accountability. I think that's the part where Adrian White and Michael Bonnet was talking. I think that was them. They said they're going to bring back the 2017. They say it, but they know that they can slip past you. But, ain't nothing to slip past me.
That's right.
That's why I got to teach my people. Then they said they're going to, so they never brought the Freedom of Information Act, so don't act like they can bring it now. They're going to legalize transparency and bring it. What does that mean? They're going to legalize transparency.
Legalize it? How are you going to?
I guess it's illegal. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. And bring anti-corruption laws. Why didn't they bring it when they were in power?
It's true.
Okay. Next, their section was opportunity. And I'm sorry that I'll spend so much focus on them today, but we got to show you all the tricks that's happening. We have to. Opportunity, they talked about. This with Lincoln deal and all them, right? They said they're going to reform VAT and business license law. They're going to reform VAT. What do you mean by you're going to reform VAT?
Yeah,
What does that mean?
yeah.
And business license law. Okay. Lincoln Deal told his story, but I want you to know that those same problems he talked about was under the FNM and PLP. Then they talk about fixing infrastructure, again, whatever. Then they talk about provisional licenses. It's something, again, they hear me talking about all the time, which means that when you apply for your business license, you get it right away,
Okay.
and then they work out the rest of the stuff, all right? Then they went to Immigration and National Security. They said they're going to have a commission of inquiry. Now, when we put in for the commission of inquiry on immigration, where were they? They wasn't there. They wasn't a part of that. They said nothing in the House of Assembly, never talked about it. And in fact, they fought us down. Oh, the FNM was in power the first time we put in for a commission of inquiry. Okay. Then they said they're going to have a whistleblower hotline. Revolutionary. Then they're going to have permanent independent oversight of, oversight board for immigration. Okay. Review every citizenship. That board is going to review every citizenship or residency decision, right? Meaning moving forward. They ain't getting back to look at that, right? Immigration reservists, they're going to have them. Why not just increase staff?
Yeah.
All right? And there's a reason I'm reading all this to you. They're going to heighten surveillance on the waters. Okay. They're going to, well, this is stuff we already read when Ellsworth Johnson was going on. They said they're going to stop the abuse of bail to keep offenders off the street. Why didn't they do it when they was in power? And how they could do that? You can't take the discretion from the judges. Appeal bail decisions, okay? They said that before, never happened. They're going to separate first-time youth offenders from hardened criminals. That's already the law. Youth won't be with hardened criminals. They're going to have protection of women and children. Okay, we heard that before. But we never saw you do anything towards it.
Not the whistle.
Yeah. They're going to have counseling for survivors of sexual assault. That already exists, but okay. Nothing, I want you to know that in their national security and immigration section, you heard nothing about a crime strategy. You heard nothing about a death penalty. Think good. Nothing about increased penalties. In all of their presentation, you heard nothing about Grand Bahama. Nothing about the Port Authority. Nothing about nothing that really affects us. Pintard said he's going to decrease VAT on electricity and some food items. When in his speech, we're going to import less food. He's going to have a housing revolution, 5,000 homes. Yeah,
Whoa.
right. He said tax breaks for land, $200 a month for mothers, and if you go to BTVI, they give you $100. Now, I read off all of what they gave us their plans for a reason to get to this. You heard nothing about the forward movement of this country. Nothing about our plans to move this country forward and go to the next level. Just some little patches. Oh, we could do this differently, we could do that differently. No real plan for this country, Bahamas. The same with the PLP.
It's true.
Just some little neat little plans.
Words.
Oh, we could
Yeah.
feed the children. He heard us say that in 2021, so that's why Brave did it. They just copying everything they hear us say. Little neat little stuff. All right? Just some little Band-Aids. While our leg broken, our back broken.
Life support, man.
We on life support and they putting a Band-Aid on us.
Yeah.
There's nothing revolutionary that they're talking about. You could build houses. Okay, every government is build houses except the last FNM administration. They ain't built none.
They built some domes.
They're just trying to sell land. They thief some domes. And then hide the rest. Come on, man.
Yeah.
We could do better than this.
Yeah.
And so it was a nice show, nice screens they had up on the screen. Most of them read good from the teleprompter. But is that what we want?
No.
They had a room. They had 2 units because the Bahama rents them out in units. They had 2 units, so that's 2 small units. But the PLP had 4 units. The FNM knows that they're in trouble after that because they couldn't fill the 2 units. And they call themselves a major party. They're not a major party. Because we've had at our rallies the same amount of people they had what they just had. With all that money they spent. We had at Vision 2030, the amount of people that they had. They know they're in trouble. But I'm glad they're in trouble. I'm glad the Bahamian people are waking up.
Yeah.
Now that brings us to this poll that they're doing.
Please.
One thing that politicians do is they know that people are sheep. Most people are sheep.
Yeah.
We'll see one sheep go over the cliff and all us going over the cliff. And so they have to get people in the mindset to vote who they think will win, not vote for what is right.
Right.
And so there'll be people who say, man, the PLP will win, man. I could just go with them. What kind of stupid thinking is that? I'm sorry for the harsh word. But you're going to vote for someone who is bad for this country, destroying us with illegal immigration, drug trafficking, embarrassing this country internationally, from FDX to officers being locked up, the name of members of parliament being called with $2 million bribes.
Wow.
You go vote for them because you think they can win? Like, what's happened to us? What kind of witchcraft is that?
It's true.
What nonsense. And so they have to either draw crowds, but they're not doing really good at that. And so they have to do fake polls. They did it last time too. They had one poll company called Island Key that they was using, and as soon as the election over, it disappeared. They're going to use Eyewitness News to push out their narratives. That's the bar station. And they're going to use them to push out these fake polls, all right? The poll that they recently pushed out there was by Imwale Raming. As far as I'm concerned, that's PLP's. That's Pat Raming's son, all right? So far as I'm concerned, that's a PLP poll, all right, in my opinion. And so, but they are so good at spinning that the news and none of us realized what really went down. They gave us a failing poll and tried to make it look like a victory. A failing poll. If Trump released a poll saying he got 38% of the vote, the Republicans will eat him. He'll be asked to step down. 38% is a fail by any metric in any area of life. They released a poll saying they got 38% support. That's an epic fail. That means you don't have a mandate. The majority of the country does not want you.
It's no support, yeah.
And so they say 32% of the people said undecided. That's because most people, when you call them on the phone, they ain't know who they talking to, so they ain't gonna tell you who they voting for. So those people want to vote for someone, but of course, they ain't gonna tell you that.
Yeah.
And so, I got you. So if only 38% of the people say they voting for the government, that's an epic fail. Any government should have 51% or more of the vote.
Yeah.
On top of that, you mean to tell me Imwale could only call 805 people for a paid poll? Well, what kind of numbers are this? There's 200,000 voters. Man, someone do that math. I bet you no one even know how to do that. How much, what percentage is 805 of 200,000?
What's that, like 3%?
That, not even close.
What?
Not even close. That ain't even 1%.
No?
Let's ask AI. Because that is not a sampling. I studied, when I did business school, I studied statistics. And 805 people is not a sampling. Let me ask AI, because AI is smart. How many of y'all know AI is smart?
Very smart.
Okay, y'all be quiet, because if y'all start talking, AI can stop talking. What percentage is 805 of 200,000?
805 by 200,000, then multiply by 100. So 805 divided by 200,000 is 0.0025. Multiply that by 100, and you get about 0.4025%. In other words, it's rough.
Oh, wow.
If there's any...
That's not even 1%.
That ain't even 1% of 1%.
Less than 0.5%, almost a fraction of a fraction.
AI said, yeah, definitely tiny. That's not a real sampling. They could have gotten, I mean, the Facebook polls get more than that.
It's true.
And so I don't want you to be influenced by these polls. They're going to use their news media, their fake news media, and their fake polling companies and fake polling to make you feel that they're going to win. All right? It's a lie. 38% is a fail by any metric. That means the government knows they're in trouble because the majority of the Bahamian people don't want them. So what does that mean? That means they turn in to the other people.
The illegals.
Remember, they got 34% of the vote in the general election. All right?
It's a by-election.
No, they got less than that in the by-election.
Wow.
They got 34% of the vote in the general election.
Yes, yes, yes.
All right?
Yeah.
And so that is shocking. So let's not worry about them. All right? We got a work to do. We're going to continue to give our vision to the Bahamian people. You're going to hear more from our candidates. We're going to release our new candidate for South Eleuthera next week, Sunday. So make sure you all are here for that. All right, so we'll be right here live, and we're going to release our new candidate for South Eleuthera. We're going to take South Eleuthera. Yeah. We are beating them in the polls in South Eleuthera. All right? We are beating them in the polls. So, I had a conversation with Clay Sweeten. He came up to me when we met with the IDB. And he said, Lincoln, who's that candidate y'all have running there? He said, because he ain't campaigning. But we did a poll, and he's beat me in the polls. Who is he? How is that possible for someone to be living in the States, not campaigning, and beat me in the polls?
Wow.
I said they're voting not for a candidate, they're voting for change. They're voting for the COI. And our message is resonating. He said, you know what, that makes sense, He said, but let everybody know that when you did video that reverse osmosis plant in my yard, so I did that a little while back when we had no kind of potable water. So I had to do that for my family. So I said, okay, I'll tell the public. Clay, I told them. But that was interesting that he admitted to me that in that poll, we were looking better than them. And he was concerned that he didn't even see the person campaigning hard. People are ready for change.
Yes.
And there's an underground movement. I want you all to sleep. People waiting on them. So as the election gets nearer, they're going to try to do things to influence people to be sheep, to just come and vote for them because everyone else is voting for them. I want everyone to know what happens to sheep. Sheep get fleece, and sheep get slaughtered. Sheep are eaten. If you continue to be a sheep, you will die. Stop being sheep. Do you know why they don't farm predators? Y'all don't know that, eh? Because they are poisonous. You can't eat wolves. You can't eat bears because of their liver and because it's toxic, because of what they're eating. It's toxic. The farther you get away from the vegetable, the more toxic it is. And so even their liver is toxic, the kind of vitamin A that's in there. And so that's why you don't eat lions and cougars, etc., because you will get a special kind of poisoning. You will die from it. All right? People don't discuss that. You just eat what they tell you to eat and you never question it. But yeah, those predators, and you can go and research it, they are poisonous. All of them, when they are up high on the food chain. You notice they don't even eat each other. But stop being sheep. We are a royal people.
That's right.
We are lions.
Come on.
Don't be sheep.
Yeah.
I want you to hear from one or two of our candidates who are here. I want to give them a quick chance to say something. The first one I want Garden Hills to hear from their candidate, who I believe in. And Garden Hills, talk to your people quick.
Well, walking on the ground in Garden Hills, again, I am Aisha Claire. I am the ratified candidate for Garden Hills. And I am on the ground. Yes. Garden Hills is rising, and I am number 41. I always say I'm number 41 because I am the promise, and I believe in the promise of a new Bahamas. Walking and canvassing in Garden Hills, like I tell the constituents, each polling division is different. Everyone has a different concern, and I listen to what you are saying, and I write it in our manifesto for Garden Hills to make sure that I am serving and I am speaking for the people in Garden Hills. So your cries are not going on deaf ears. I'm hearing you. We are making the changes in Garden Hills for the people so that when we come in power, I wouldn't have to wait to see what it is that needs to be done. I already know. So when I walk into Garden Hills, remember now, I'm walking the promise out, the promise of a new Bahamas, the promise of a new and inclusive Garden Hills, the promise of victory in our country, the promise of a breeze that is going to blow every work of darkness out. So I say to Garden Hills, I am here, I am on the ground, and we're doing the work. I always say not just Garden Hills, but every constituency. We're winning every constituency, every polling division. We will be our own opposition. So Garden Hills, we are rising. Garden Hills, we are on the move. Garden Hills, welcome to the new Bahamas. I am 41, Aisha Claire. See you soon.
So before I call up another candidate, someone wanted me to clarify something because the headline of our today was fake passports, right? And they wanted to make it clear that those were actually real passports from the passport office that they're getting fraudulently. That actually makes them fake, all right? Because if you don't get it in the right way, then it's still fake. But what they want you to understand is that that is actually coming from the passport office. They are right. They are correct. And the problem is they never arrest the officials because they're working together.
Yes. You don't see anyone being arrested.
How you arrested the small man who have the passport, but you didn't get him to tell you who. And you notice they never do any sting operations. If I want to find out how they are frauding passports, I will have sting operations. I will bring someone from Haiti, and I would pay them handsomely. And I would send them into the network to go and see who was going to buy from them and lock them up.
Yes.
Isn't that what the DEA does?
Yeah.
That's what they do.
And
Isn't that how they set up the mafia? But they don't want to do it because they are participating in it. They don't want them to be caught. And they tell them to shut their mouth. Boy, go there, plead guilty. We can handle this. We can get rid of that for you. And so that person is correct, but we want them to understand that even if you get the correct thing the incorrect way, it's still fake. There were people, so a lot of our bags, all of our name brand bags, mostly except for Louis Vuitton, is made in China. All right, so China would have factories, and sometimes what some of them may do is when they order in the material, they'll order some for Coach and some for them. All right, and then they'll make some and then sell it to the back door. That's the real thing.
Yeah.
That they sell it to the back door, but they sell it dirt cheap, even though it's a real thing. But if you're caught with that, it's still fake.
Still fake.
Because you didn't get it from Coach, for example. Just calling the name. So that's how that works, all right? So I think I see St. James. I can't see no faces, so if you're here, you better raise your hand because the light's in our faces. So I can't see, but light over here, so I can see St. James sitting over here. St. James, come.
Good evening, Bahamas. Good evening, St. James. I am your candidate, Latoya Bain, working hard, campaigning in St. James. I just finished Dignity Gardens, that's polling division 11. We're in the process of moving on to Tall Pines and Southern Shores, the new polling divisions, what they put over to St. James. I am on my way. My team and I are on the way. We'll see you in a few days. We are campaigning. We are here. We are showing up. We are knocking on doors. St. James, if you want to see change, go out, register, vote. You must show up. You must vote. And when you vote for Latoya Bain, Fortune James. Real woman, real change, real results. Change isn't coming, change is here.
All right. All right.
Woo!
Latoya Bain she's an educator, a great one at that. We have so many educators who's running with us. A lot of them.
Yes.
Boy,
That was electrifying.
Yeah, that was.
Yes.
Teachers love this country, and they build the future of this country. And the fact that so many of them have stepped forward is really impressive. Aisha is also an educator by profession. So she's not just accidentally well-spoken like she is. All right? I think I see
Southern Shores and South Beach. Yes. Our national chaplain, Southern Shores.
Southern Shores, Southern Shores, Southern Shores. I am Kirk Farrington, your candidate for Southern Shores with the COI. And I have one thing to say for sure. There is a wave that is running through Southern Shores. And this wave is running with a current that is unstoppable. And it's heading straight into the new Bahamas. And I just want to say, this wave cannot be stopped. Change ain't coming, change is here.
And I know he don't mean that brave wave, because that one could drown you. All right? He ain't mean that one. No. All right? And so we also have St. James, you're running against Owen Wells. You're also running against Shannon Dawn Cartwright. And I pray that you beat the pants off them.
No giants.
Shannon Dawn Cartwright represents a corrupt party. And Owen Wells defended the corruption in the PLP. All right, that's him who represent with the man name Shane Gibson. But anyway, they want their people to do their bidding, to be in power. But it's time for something different. Give this lady who is an educator another chance.
Yes.
Give her a chance to do something different in this country. Southern Shores, the Prime Minister was in your area campaigning the other day. Say, what happened? You pull him out, okay. Yeah, I think you see the poles on the ground.
Not only him, we followed him and the FNM at the same time.
The same time.
Same day and the same evening.
Wow. Nah, the public can't hear nothing you saying, so. But he say they pull out them and the FNM. So you're running against Dan Lee Penn, and you're running against OB. I guess you think he's entitled. Dan Lee Penn, they say she's a nice lady. I want you to understand that voting for a nice lady, and of course all of them get nice because they running, right? Don't be impressed because they doing things because they running, all right? Don't be impressed by that. That's nothing to do with their character. But they say she's a nice lady. I won't dispute that. It doesn't matter to me. But you don't have a nice party. And so a nice lady in a bad party doesn't help us. That's a problem. All right? I don't care how nice you are. Bahamians should be tired of begging by now. All right? We don't need no one giving out handouts no more. All right? And some people feel like, oh, I could do the same thing. You might as well get what you could get. Right? Well, then, what you could get, it's slaughtered after they get in. And so if you vote for it, don't cry. You hear me? Don't cry. You just take it. Because now you know. So, South Beach, come.
South Beach in the house. We ain't coming. Sorry, change ain't coming. Change ain't coming. My name is Karen Farrington, and I am the next MP for South Beach. I am also the Shadow Minister for Social Services, National Insurance, and Information. We came to make a change to this Bahama land. South Beach, we're knocking on doors, we're hearing your cry, we're feeling your cry because we live in South Beach. So we know what you're going through. And we come to take you to the new Bahamas. You ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's go to the new Bahamas. Change ain't coming. Change ain't coming. Change ain't coming.
Change is here. You've heard from our candidates, and I want you to know that we are on the ground. We are canvassing. We are moving. If you have not seen us, please connect to the Facebook pages that each candidate have, and they have numbers there. If you see the number, please call. They will be happy to hear from you, and even if you want to have a one-on-one with them, they'll make it happen, okay? Because change ain't coming. Change is absolutely here. We are on the ground. I hear people all the time talking about, you're not as visible as you need to be. We are doing it. We are doing the work. Some people work 6 days. 6 days and just rest on one. That's a lot of work going on the ground, and people are talking and venting and giving their concerns, and we're not taking them lightly. We're doing the best we can. We are fighting for a country. We are fighting for our people. We are fighting for you and the next generation. So believe me, we are on the ground and doing the work. Like Mr. Bain would have said, and he probably would speak to it a little bit later, we're going to have our lives moving into the communities soon. So you will see us even more. So when you see that, please come. You are welcome to come. Come with your questions. Come with your concerns. Come into the community and speak on the behalf of the people who are in the community. We need to hear from you. Each one needs to hear from you so that we can write our manifestos and make sure it's tailored for the community. We need the community to come out in St. James and South Beach and Southern Shores and Garden Hills. You have to come out so that we can hear your voices. We don't take it lightly. We don't take this position that we're in lightly. We want you to know that we are here for you and we're doing the job even now. We're doing the job now. So believe me when we say we are working. He doesn't let us rest. Him. He does not let us. There are no excuses that we can have. He works us, and we are accountable in this organization. So we are working very hard, and we can't wait to see you.
Yes. All right, I can't see the audience, so But I want you to know that the COI is working hard, and we're doing this because we love this country. And if we don't win this, this is it. And so we want you to come out and fight with us. All right? I'm going to be on the grounds in Pinewood. So Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays, come and join me. Mondays at 5 o'clock, Wednesdays at 5 o'clock. Come and join us at our Pinewood headquarters. And then on Saturdays at 12 noon. We got to take Pinewood. Listen to me.
Hold on, Mr. Pinewood. I have something to say.
Yes.
I saw someone's big billboard on the roundabout in Pinewood. I mean, it was just, I couldn't miss it. I'm just saying it was pretty big. It was in my face. Someone's big billboard. That's all I had to say. Someone's billboard. You look sharp too. You look a little clean and sharp and everything. Presidential. You look, yeah. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Yeah, we come to take Pinewood. We ain't come to play. Yeah. We ain't come to play. Yeah, they put one vehicle with PLP stuff on the park. Now, I want y'all to pay close attention to this one serious. When you see them put boats with their paraphernalia around the country, and you see them put cars, they like to put it by the water, they doing witchcraft.
Could you say it again? Say it again.
They ain't gonna stop until Bahamians go there and burn those vehicles down.
Oh my goodness.
To break that cycle.
Are you serious?
I ain't telling you do it.
Wow.
But a patriot might do it. Wow. But they'll park the car somewhere by the water and they'll put the paraphernalia all over it. That's witchcraft they're doing. All right? And you might see them put a boat. They always use boat for witchcraft. All right? They use boats a lot. All right? From the pagan days. And you might see them put a boat in a roundabout, and you wonder, why this boat here? Why this here so long? Why no one moving this? Why the ministry don't move this? They're doing witchcraft. And so, patriotic Bahamians, witchcraft is not our belief in our religion.
Amen.
And so, do whatever you want to. But we got to break this cycle.
Yes. We
got to break this cycle. I remember, and I'm not telling you all to do nothing wrong, all right? But I remember I heard in what's his name? Randall Falk's book, The Faith That Moved Mountains. He talked about Pinland when he moved from the south in Nassau to run in South Andres. And the UBP was strong. They would come right the night before election and they would give out rice and all kind of stuff. And Pinland ain't had no money. He was broke. So they had to figure out to do something because once the UBP give these people this little rice and whatever, that it used to be over. Bahamians used to sell out from that time. So what Pinland and them did was they found out which boat they was keeping, because they was keeping it in the boat in the harbor, then at that night they'll bring it to shore, and Pinland and them go on that boat and throw everything out in the ocean, pour it out. So when they came to give out the stuff, the UBP, it was nothing there. And so because they had nothing to give, everyone voted for Pinland. So that's right in his book, The Faith That Moved Mountains. But Bahamians, we got to stop selling out. We got to stop selling out our birthright. They are giving you crumbs because they are stealing what is yours. Let's stop falling for that. We got to wake up. All right? So I'm going to continue to be on the ground. I need your help. Come out. I started to say that, they say Miles the Road going in Pinewood, giving out all kind of things. He's giving out vouchers to fix your ceiling and stuff now. So everyone in Pinewood, go to La Rhoda and get your voucher. That's your money.
That's right, right.
Go get your voucher because he's giving it to some of his people. Go make sure get yours. Don't be scared. Go take that. That's yours. All right? And then vote him out. Simple as that. So they trying to find jobs. So people are showing up all of a sudden, walking the grounds. 5 years later, someone called me and told me, La Rhoda, because he wants to say that La Rhoda, I was speaking at a funeral and I said, we need to have a man from Pinewood be prime minister. Why not? We could send our own representative to the House because they always sending these foreign people. La Rhoda said, well, I from Pinewood. I moved to Pinewood in 1985. La Rhoda in 1985, you was in your 20s. you were not raised in Pinewood. I moved there when I was 5 years old. All right? I was raised there. I was there almost all my life. But he wanted to say he belongs. He moved there in 1985 when he was 20 or 20-something. Stayed there for a couple of years and then moved out. You know, I lived in Paradise Island for a few years. I can't say I raised in Paradise Island. I can't say I'm from Paradise Island. That's, you know, sometimes you move here, you move there.
Right.
You know, don't try that, LaRhoda. You are not Pinewood. Don't mix yourself up. Don't mix yourself up. All right? But he's giving away everything in the kitchen sink. Where the person said they put speed bumps through all the corners and left out Sugar Apple Street, which is the street LaRhoda say he moved into them years ago for a couple of years. And they were like, but everyone now using that street for shortcut to speed, and it's dangerous. So LaRhoda, before a child gets locked down, because you put the speed, not you, but because the ministry put those, go talk to them and tell them put the speed bump through that one too. All right? Because they're saying, that's where you say you moved all them years ago. And you shouldn't leave that one out. But also, other corners, the drains was cleaned, and Sugar Apple Street, why are you hating the corner he was living through? Sugar Apple Street, the people got together and had to clean the drains themselves. All right? I think that's shameful. They called me and I said, okay, I was going to go and get someone to clean the drain for them. But listen, time as I called them back, they said, man, we didn't do that. The next day or whatever it was. They said, man, we wasn't playing with that. And I applaud them. They didn't wait on no politician. The neighbors got together and they did that themselves. And so we're going to continue. Exuma, we coming. We coming this weekend. It's in the future no more. Exuma, we ain't coming, we here.
That part.
And so we can see in Exuma. Stay tuned for the updates. You'll see it on our Coalition of Independence page and my page. And I might do a little quick live just to update you all on what we're going to be doing. But we're coming down there. We're going to touch the streets. We're going to touch the people. We're going to see what's going on. I hear them other people taking over there too. We got to fix that. We got to do something with Exuma. All right? So Exuma, we coming. All right? And so you'll see. And so I want to thank all of you. I'll turn it over to Aisha. Go ahead.
Well, how do you feel about tonight's educational moment with our Mr. Lincoln Bain, the president? I think it's something I want you to speak to. Someone was saying, what would we do? How would the country be turned into a Republican? If you could speak to that really, really quick.
Yeah, because we ain't even open the phone lines or nothing today.
Yeah, you didn't do that. I don't know what's happening.
That is not saved.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I humbly apologize for that. Yeah, so going to a republic is not very difficult. Well, the first thing we want to do is do island states and city government. We can do that very easily because we already have laws to do it, and they call it local government. We're just going to amend the local government law, and then we're going to have island states and city government instantly. All right? So that's something we can do very quickly. In terms of going to a republic, we'll have to go to a referendum, and then the people will have to decide. Now, we don't actually absolutely have to, but it's the right thing to do. We went independent, and we didn't have a referendum. Y'all know that? Think about that. But that's what we'll do. We're going to put it to the people, and then we're going to go republic, educate them about it, and show them the benefits of it, and have a country that operates properly, have our own dignity. All right? And so that doesn't mean that we throw England in the garbage. That means that we're going to trade with them, become partners with them, do things with them. And other countries, America, other countries, we got to stand on our own now. We're not teenagers anymore. We're man and woman. And so we got to stand up and be a nation, and be a strong nation with our own identity, not the identity of any other nation. We could be who we are. And so that doesn't mean a lot for our previous prime ministers who was from other descents, but the only descent I'm from is the Bahamas. I'm a Bahamian. And I believe that we should have a Bahamian identity. Right. And so becoming a republic is going to be a part of that. I mean, me and Motley did it in Barbados, man.
glad you brought
I
her
mean,
up.
come
Yes.
on, man. And so we gotta lead. We always last to do everything. We gotta fix that, man.
Yes.
We gotta fix that. Any other questions in here before we go? Because I really shouldn't do that. I always say we open up for questions. Any other questions there before we go? Chance.
One more. Are we going to go into communities with the
Someone says Republican or Republic. It's Republic.
Sorry,
All
it's
right?
my error.
Republic.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Are we going to go in the communities with the lives very soon so that we can be in different communities at different times in the constituencies?
Say it one more time.
Are we going to go into the constituencies with the lives, like how we're doing the lives here?
Oh,
yeah.
definitely.
Are we going to? Okay.
So definitely. So in short order, we'll be making announcements. Like next week, we want to ratify our candidate. And so after that, we can do what we have to do. We believe that the election is going to be called right after Easter. And then that's it. We're going to be off to the races. So this is going to be a sprint. And we got to get this done. This is our last fight to save this nation. If you let the FNM or the PLP get in there, you're going to be in trouble. You're going to be in serious trouble. So talk to your friends and family. Don't let your children vote for them people. Don't say, oh, let them have their free will. No. This is emergency. This emergency. All right? You need to talk sense in their head. Talk sense in everyone's head. There's a serious matter. Hurricane coming. So you don't say, the child free to go where they want to go. No, you tell them, no, you staying in this house. All right, it's an emergency. And so we got to get this done. I see the phone ringing. We'd open the phone lines. We didn't know. Okay, let's open the phone lines. Okay, the phone lines is open. Caller, you live. Go ahead. Go ahead, caller, you live. Yes.
Just want to say how much I appreciate you, Mr. Bain, as being a COI, leader of the COI, and what he is doing in the Bahamas with bringing out all the corruption that's been going on in all the parties. I truly see you as a leader, and I respect that, and you have my full support along with many other.
Thank you, man.
Okay, thank you. You're welcome.
Thank you, man. I'll take calls for 10 minutes. Oh, yeah, everyone calling now. 803-5995. Y'all got this number saved, eh? 803-5995 is the number. Go ahead, caller, you're live.
Good day, Mr. Bain.
Good day.
Last week, Billy Knowles came in Pintard Estate, and they did an excellent job. My sister-in-law, she was convinced to switch parties to them. So he did a very good job to Seabreeze team.
Awesome.
And,
what party she used to be with?
I think she might have been with the PLP. So,
Okay.
you know, but she said she switched because of that. And I was trying at them for 2 years. And when he came around, that pushed over the edge.
Awesome. Awesome.
You all have 2 votes in Marathon from me, 2 votes in Marathon. But I called to ask you this question tonight. Seeing how the Bahamian people purchased $100 million of preferred shares from Pike, would you nationalize Pike and Grand Bahama Port Authority?
Yes, that's the easy answer. Yes. Any corrupt deals will be fixed.
Thank you, Mr. Bain. And please let the people know what nationalize means, just like what Finland did on Cable Beach.
Yes.
And would you close the southern borders?
Yes, the southern borders will be closed and those flights will be stopped immediately.
Thank you very much. And Bahamians, please cut your datas on, and when you all go to the bank or to the local restaurants, play I Am You and You Are Me. Thank you. God bless you, Mr. Bain.
God bless you, man. Let me tell you all something. I am on so I am literally on bail, fighting to shut our borders, fighting to stop those flights. We're on bail for that. I take this seriously, because this is serious. Let's go back to the phone lines. Caller, you're live. Go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead.
Hi, Mr. Bean. I am a Bahamian living abroad, and I am ready to come home.
Yes.
Bahamian. And never before, I used to listen to all of these political, even yourself, maybe about 2 years ago. And I said, man, Mom used to be PLP. I'm a PLP. That's it. I didn't leave the country anyway, but I want to come home. I left with an associate's degree. And when I return, I'm returning with my master's degree. And
All right, congratulations.
In my country. So keep doing the good work. I am actually a student, and I'm not registered, and I need someone to help me with that process because I should be able to vote. I am a student in the USA. And so I need to find out how to go about that so that I can register to vote. I want my voice to be heard. And I have a student, 2 of my girls are students in university. So we should all be able to vote.
Yes, they actually had an exercise where the PRD visited the United States. They went to Florida Memorial and a couple other schools in Florida. But contact your local consulate and they could give you a renewed schedule. And the PRD will be flying over there because the consulate staff can't do it. Only the PRD staff has the authority to do it. And so they have to fly over to do it. So the consulate can give you the schedule, or you can call the Parliamentary Registry Department, and they can update you on when they'll be coming to a consulate or a university, etc., near you.
I will be calling tomorrow. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you so much. There are so many Bahamians who are abroad who are saying that once the COI wins, they're ready to come home. Because the country ain't making no sense right now. And I want all of you to vote. If you're not in school or not working for the Bahamas government over there, you can simply jump on a plane, come and register. They're going to close the register next month. Come back, register, and then come back and vote. Or if you're registered, apply to vote at the consulate near you. But you have to come here and register. If you're not registered, that is. Some of you have been over there for a long time. Come here and register yourself and vote. Vote for change. All right? Let's go to phone lines. Call you live. Go ahead.
Hey, Mr. Ben, how you doing, sir?
I'm awesome.
Mr. Ben, listen, I'm speaking to my name. I just Mr. Butler, Gino Butler.
Uh-huh.
Listen to me. I ain't voting for nobody for the COI. I ain't. I'll be a fool.
Thank you.
I vote for FNM for 3 times. PLP twice. Ain't no chance.
Yeah.
I want change, and I want you as a man. You change.
Thank you, man.
I want change, Mr. Lincoln Ben. Keep up with it there. I live on Pinewood for 20 years.
Wow.
Golden Street.
Oh, yeah, you know Pinewood.
I know Pinewood, Golden Street.
All right. Let's make this happen, my brother.
Mr. Ben, you got my vote.
Thank you.
I just hope everybody in Pinewood give you that vote too.
Yeah, they saying it.
Dakarana, Sugar Apple, Casserella, Plain Street, all the streets. Vote for Mr. Ben.
Thank you, man.
All right, sir. Love you, sir. And continue
Love you too.
All right.
Thank you, man. God bless. Love you too. Yeah, man, we got to do something in this country or this is going to be it. We got to fight. Don't fall for their tricks. Don't fall for Kamala Harris, a.k.a. Michael Pintard, and their hype and dancing and all that nonsense. Don't fall for Joe Biden, a.k.a. Philip Brave Davis, Sleepy Joe. It's time for change. Vote for change. Status call. Call you live. Go ahead.
Hey, what's going on, Lincoln?
Right here, man.
Hey man, I do a song for you, man. I send that. I would like you to play that. I do a song for you and get that to you free.
Thank you, my brother. I appreciate it.
I send it to your phone. I'd like you to play it, man. See how it run. I think you like it and your audio like it. I send it to your WhatsApp. I'd like you to play it, man. That's my gift to you from way over Atlanta.
Okay, when you sent it?
I sent it a couple days. I keep sending it to you, but I don't know if you'll receive it, but I can send it again.
No, literally, I literally get tens of thousands of texts every single day. I got people mad with me saying I ain't responding to them, but it's really, really overwhelming. And I know people trying to reach out to say that they support, et cetera, et cetera. But I miss it.
I go on into the studio, I pay my own money, and I do that song for you. I can send it again. Look at the same number, and I can send it to your WhatsApp right now again.
All right, thank you. I can look for it right now.
That's for you all. I can send it again. I can resend it.
Thank you, my brother. I appreciate it. I want to ask, some of the people who texting and calling to have mercy on me. I got 24 hours in the day, and I know there's some politicians who ducking you. You're paying them, and you're paying for their secretary, and they ducking you. But I try and help as many people as I can, but I only got certain hours in the day. And so it's really difficult answering all the calls. And if I spend all day answering calls, I can't get no work done. I can't even help the people who call in. I remember no sleep. I don't get no sleep. And you have a certain amount of hours of the day, so don't think like I'm like the other politicians or I'm avoiding your text. I just can't. I don't have the time to really check all of them and answer them. So, my daughter was rowing me the other day. You ain't answer me for a couple of days. I'm like, baby, sorry, but I sorry. You're nothing I can do. Let me take this call. Call you live.
Hi, hello, good afternoon, my Prime Minister. Mr. Ding, how are you, sir?
I'm live.
Listen, Ambassador for the Organic Seed Behemoth, I want to find out from you. I have my granddaughter, saying that you're on the air. My granddaughter is in university. She has already been registered. She has a voter's card. Now, I don't know if they call election, if she will be back home sometime in May. I don't know, or in June. I'm wondering, for my daughter, if they already registered, or can my daughter vote ahead of time? Because she would be, I think, off the island. Can she vote in advance poll?
Yeah,
I want to know.
If she's going to be off the island, that's a reason that she can vote in advance poll.
Okay, good. Another thing, my granddaughter, I don't know if because I don't think she would be here to vote, because she was first-time register and first-time voter. And so I don't know if anywhere that she's in Nova University. Can she vote there at the embassy or something like that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is she registered?
All right. Yes, she's registered. She has a voter card.
Yeah, she just has to go to the embassy and let them know that she intends to vote there, and then they'll make sure to send a ballot for her.
Okay then. Thank you then, sir. God bless you, my brother, and
All right.
Ambassador for the Organic Seed thing.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Okay, it's after 8. I think we got hold on, the phone's still going. Hold on, okay. Call you live.
Hello, Lincoln. How you doing?
I'm alive.
Okay. I have a question.
Yes.
Can you give us some powerful words for thousands of Bahamians around the country that possibly is not going to vote? Because I've asked my family members, I've asked my co-workers and other people, are they going to vote this coming election? They say no. Can you please give us some powerful words of encourage us and those around to at least vote? Because it's our country, and we cannot allow this to be taken over by immigrants and others. We've been down for way too long, and I live in Freeport.
Yeah, first of all, I want you to understand that I understand exactly how they feel, because I felt the same way. I was ready to leave the country. So I fully understand the way they feel. we've been hoodwinked and duped by the PLP and FNM to think that when we were voting for the other one, that we were voting for change. Then we saw that no change came. Over time, people started to get discouraged. And so I understand. But the problem here is that the politicians who study political science knew that eventually you would get discouraged. And that's why both of them started entertaining the foreigners to come in to vote. And so they're replacing you. If you don't vote, they're going to replace you. And if you let the foreigners take your power, and your power is your right to vote, then you're going to lose your country, the one and only country that you have. We can't lose this because we are disenfranchised. You have an opportunity now to do something different. We've shown you that we have the qualified candidates to run this country. There are qualified professionals in every ministry to run the country. The country's not going to fail. The only problem with those ministries is that unqualified politicians go there and take over and do the bidding of evil people. We're going to empower our directors, our permanent secretaries, etc. We're going to empower them. And we're going to have qualified people to bring the policy of the government to those ministries. But if you don't vote, a no vote is a vote for the government. What does that mean? You are saying is the government is not bad enough for you to remove them. You were saying you like the way things is, and you don't even have to show up because you don't want to see any change. Everything is okay. And if you like not having a hospital with no medicine, no sheets and pillows, the simple basic things, if you like the D-average schools that we have, if you like expensive electricity and cost of living, if you like that, then don't vote. But I can tell you one thing, voting for something different will help because it will make the PLP and FNM realize that you're on to them. And even if that somehow they get back in, they're going to do what they're supposed to do now because they know that they're not vulnerable. Right now, they think that you have no choice but to vote for them or their best friend. So they don't care to do anything for you. Look at the loyal constituencies that always vote for one of them. They are the most neglected. And the country is neglected because they feel you're stuck with them. The minute we vote against them, all of a sudden everything is going to change. And so I want to call on those Bahamians, don't let the foreigners take us over. Because they are not just coming for passports. They are the same day they get their passport, they are going for their voter's card. That's telling you they didn't come here to play. They came to take over. And it's that serious. Your children can't take this war that is coming. A civil war will come. Because we are not aggressive, but other people are. And I want you to know that you cannot leave your children to fight this battle. Help us to fight for them. I can't say anything other than that. If you look around this country, you should convince yourself of a reason to vote for something else, if only to spank them one time and say that you failed us, you did this to us, you taxed us to death while living your best life. Vote, punish them by voting for us. That's all I can say to that.
Mr. Lincoln, one last thing I want.
Go ahead.
When you do become elected, can we please have national fasting? We say we is a God nation, right? We need to go on a good fast. We need a change. Like you said, change is here, and change will happen.
I cannot force people to fast, but we will have a day dedicated to prayer.
Yes, okay then. That could work. Thank you, Mr. Payne. Have a good night.
Thank you for your call. Call you live.
Hey, Lincoln.
Hey, how you doing?
I send the song to your WhatsApp, man. I want you to play it.
Hold on.
it on. You can see me in the studio. You can see a black speaker, but just the monitor.
Video.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we can play it before we tune off.
All right, man. I can listen. I think you might like it, man. I think you really might like it.
I send it to the producer right now.
All right, then.
All right. Thank you, man. Yeah, that was an important question that she asked because there are a lot of people who are disenfranchised because all of us was something before and some of us were discouraged before. And so don't judge people who feel that way. Just wake them up. Let them know that we have to do this. We can't be discouraged. We got to help our brothers and sisters to realize that we got one chance now, that they're not alone. There are a lot of people who are ready to vote for something different. There's a lot of people who want something different. And the only way you're going to get that is if you vote for it. You have a chance now. Give us a chance. Put us in the House of Assembly. There's some people who believe that we can't win. I think you're wrong. We can win. We will win. But can you imagine a House of Assembly with some other strong voices? If you don't believe we could win, imagine some other strong voices in there who could speak up for the people, who can't be silenced by their party. Can you imagine that? But we're going for the whole hog. We want the whole thing. All right? And we're going to take back everything they stole from us. Now, and I know we ain't listening to this song, so I don't know. It might have cussing, it might not have cussing. Yes. I don't know. This is my disclaimer. Yes. You know, normally I don't do things like this. But play the man's song, man. They say on TV, they might slip and say one word. They could do it. We online. The sound isn't good or the video? Oh, no, man. You just record a video of the speaker playing the song with the speaker. No, you got to send the actual original song. We can't play that. That's just you holding your video of your speaker playing the song. So that ain't going to be the good quality. So send us the original. Whatever you was playing from the speaker, send the original file to us. And then we could probably play it next week. I was looking forward to hearing it. Yeah.
Everybody itching their ass. Everybody itching their ass.
All right, play it for them. Okay, stand by. It's coming now.
This one here is connecting the dots. Easy Dexter. COI. Every time. Okay, are we ready? Tell me how you voting for the PLP. Tell me how you voting for the FNM. Send them back to Norway. Tell me how you voting for the FNM. Tell me how you voting for the PLP. Tell me how you voting for the FNM. Send them back to Norway. It amazes me how people still voting for crazy. When this one can't be me and lazy. And they say that because them is lazy. Mr. Lazy, after they say about me can face me. The way we live in economical slavery. Vote for you again, you must be crazy. Twill down. It's like election time, I soon come. T-shirt, lone rum. It come like the orange lordy. How it comes, it amazes me. How people still voting for crazy. When this man can't be me and lazy. And they say that because them is lazy. Tell me how you voting for the FNM. Tell me how you voting for the PLP. Tell me how you voting for the FNM. Send them back to Norway. Tell me how you voting for the FNM. Tell me how you voting for the PLP. Tell me how you voting for the FNM. Send them back to Norway.
It's a big tune.
A big? I see you
That's
muggling.
a big tune.
I see you muggling over there.
You can't muggle like
No.
Thank you so much for that. Yeah, man, you got to send us the original version, man. Send us the original version so we can blast that. No rally time coming. Y'all ready to rally? Rally coming. Oh, yeah, oh, yeah, oh, yeah. We ain't come to play with them. We come for a blackout. It's going to be a total eclipse. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, just get ready for it. So, like I said, we are coming to Eleuthera and Eleuthera too, but we're coming to Exuma this week. Look out for the details. We'll be there, so if you want to meet me, you can come to whatever they're having. We'll update you whatever the plans are. We're coming out there to support Byron Smith, who's our candidate down there. You all vote for Byron Smith. Vote for Byron Smith. And you all know I'm from Exuma, right?
Yay.
You all know I's a roll bow from Exuma. We coming to take Exuma. All right? So we coming to take the whole hog. Chester, you need to step aside. All right? Because you're looking out for yourself over there. You think we ain't on to you. We know what you're doing over there. You're looking out for you and yours. No. They been in St. James campaigning? They tell them they ain't welcome there. All right? So, yeah, you should have seen the Prime Minister in Pinewood going to the barber shop. Tell them bring some fellas to meet with them. The fellas didn't show up. Yeah, I tell the people, I say, what you doing in my constituency? You're plotting. You're plotting. Yeah. Whole Prime Minister coming to Pinewood. What you coming there for? Where you been the last 4 years? Now you want to come? Make people promise? Brave don't cost me, come Cat Island. Don't cost me, come Cat Island. I coming anyway. Because guess what? I from Cat Island too. You got 3 fellas from Cat Island running for leader of the country. But one of them is a pure Bahamian. And 2 of them mix right up. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. Next week, we want everyone to come out. You're going to hear from some of our candidates, and we're going to be ratifying our candidate for South Eleuthera. I think you're going to like them. And it's time for this change, man. Y'all get ready for something different, all right? So thank you all for tuning in. Thank you, Aisha, as always. You always do a great job.
Thank you so much, sir.
I cannot wait to see you in the House of Assembly.
Yes.
And see you throwing down them speeches on them.
Yes.
And mashing up. It ain't gonna be no one to mash up because we can win 41 seats.
There you go.
We have to form our own opposition.
There you go. Yes.
Yeah. You can't be in opposition. You got to be with me. You ain't in opposition. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all for tuning in. We're going to see you all next week. Exuma, you can see us this week, but Sunday, we're going to be there. So thank you all so much. God bless you. We love you. See you next time.
Changing coming. Change is here.